I like your narration that we all need to hear.
Mm-hmm. No.
Yes. Let's see how it goes. Looks like it's going well. Yes. Let's see how it goes. Yep. Okay. Everything is working 100%. I guess. I don't know.
Yay.
Yay! All right. Time to find out.
Dun dun dun.
I failed.
Wow. And it has been a couple weeks.
On to the last episode of Dragon's
Okay.
Ball B.
All right. I am ready, I think. I got my character sheet? Yeah, I got my character sheet. Oh, lock doors. I have to lock the doors for the kids won't run in.
They might need to run in though.
No.
If there's a fire, they'll go through the door.
This is Daddy's private moments. You gotta leave him alone.
And this time doesn't even involve hand moisturizer.
Yeah.
It might. We never know.
That is one time.
Actually,
Usually it
speaking of
lasts
pineapple
about 2
for brewing,
minutes.
I probably need some myself. Well, that was a wonderful test roll. Natural 1.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
There's
You have
that
to-
broken
crap.
dice again.
So
Da-da-da-da.
are we ready to begin?
How do I roll again?
You just type in exclamation mark, then roll, then space, and then D whatever.
Okay, thank you. Because I
Yep.
forgot. I was like, shit.
Yeah, you can test it out.
Let's see.
We
Yeah, I
won't
think we're all
hold it
ready.
against you.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, at least it's something.
Oh,
Oh, still
D1.
dead.
D1.
That's a crit.
And a failure at the same time.
So that just means a normal success, right?
Well, you fail so hard, you get the job done anyways.
There you go.
Everybody's just laughing at you.
He died.
It's true. It's true.
So I take it we are ready and recording.
Yes, we are set to go.
Well, I would like to preface this session with, actually, I should probably talk about Nim. I got a vague message about him not being able to make it depending on the weather. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but since he's still not here, I'm going to assume that Nim is just going to be tripping balls the entire session.
Oh, you didn't know his computer is actually like he has to go through this dusty canal to get there.
I was
And
going
if
to
it
say
rains,
it's wind
it fills up
powered.
and floods, and
Oh God.
You know, you want to know
I
something
also
funny?
had to negotiate with the Minotaur, and I still have my laptop running on time. So
You know what's funny? Someone at my job actually said something similar, that he couldn't come into work because the weather, and it was bright outside. So I'm like, well, I guess he doesn't like sunshine. I don't know.
it's just
Would be
too
a
bright,
vampire.
man.
But at the same time, it could also be that if it's clear weather, he has to go with his family somewhere. But if it was bad weather, he could have stayed indoors. So since I was given no additional information, I have no idea what's going on beyond the fact that Nim is just trip balls out in the astral sea.
Oh, kind of weak. I was kind of expecting it. So to be honest, I was kind of expecting it.
Yeah, I might just trim this back down to 3 players.
Yeah, wouldn't hold it against you.
It's up to you.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
You're leaving by yourself, all right?
Well, this is the last session you can attend with us at this current schedule, right?
Yeah.
All right, I have a plan for that then.
Okay, dokie.
Make you meet Shield
Wandering
today.
hobo vagrant.
Mm-hmm.
Like Andy,
Just
please
do
walk
the
in front of
Conan.
us.
Just do the Conan ending. Eventually, Andy rules her own kingdom, but this is not today. So, I would like to preface this session with the importance of death in both, life and in Dungeons and Dragons. It happens, and it's never something that we should just take lightly. So when I say that I'm going to bring Rand back, it's going to have a cost, and it's going to build story. It's not just, well, I like Rand, and I paid money to have him get a portrait. Even though I do like that joke. I think I probably said it one or two too many times, and it stopped being like, oh, well, I guess that's the actual reason instead of just a joke he threw out there. No, I have... Like the first scene we're going to jump into, it's going to basically explain more about why Rand is going to be alive. It's not going to
Okay.
explain fully because that's going to be part of the set, this little set
Session.
finale.
No
But
spoilers.
but yeah, you say you had a question?
Who?
No one had a
Huh?
question. No, nothing.
Okay. But anyways, Rand, so you see your body as the world around you starts fading to black, and then you notice all the color coming in from the astral sea, and you see Nim, tripping balls, listening to probably some Japanese homosexual song you'd find in a porno, like "Hey baby, hey baby," and it just keep
Oh.
floating past you.
I'm just gonna keep on floating.
There wasn't a lot of great lighting, but she might have been trying to make out with a cat, probably against the cat's will.
Yeah, she belongs here.
So, as you float for a time, you start feeling colder and colder, and eventually you find yourself back in darkness and on some kind of solid ground.
Hmm.
But then from you, you start emanating a sort of light that starts illuminating your surroundings, and you see you're standing on this almost polished looking frozen lake that's formed into almost like a room, like there's a staircase in front of you, that there's a couple of layers, and as you start getting more and more visual recognition for your area, you start noticing there's little columns with blue flames on each of them, further illuminating the room. And as you look up the staircase, you see a pedestal made of vines, and there's a human figure stuck in the center of it.
So, hold on. I'm in a room, but it's also a lake.
It looks like somebody kind of carved a frozen lake top so that it looks more like a throne room.
Oh, so like the stairs are made out of ice and stuff.
Yes.
Okay.
And there's a few columns also made out of this frozen material. And there's a blue flame on top of that, further illuminating the area.
Okay. So everything is ice except for the fire, which is the opposite of ice.
Yep.
Okay.
Would you like to make an arcane check about your surroundings?
Sure. Let's do it. Roll. 12.
All right. So you notice that those flames are actually called frost fires. It's a source of cold so intense that it has essentially the same effect on its surroundings like a flame would,
Oh.
with the cold kind of leaching out from the top of it, kind of like flames in a campfire.
Is there any socks around? I'm pretty sure I'm still barefoot. 'Cause this sucks.
As you look around further, you notice that the male figure inside this viney podium is actually kind of squirming some, and he doesn't seem to have any arms or legs. It's mostly just a torso, but the vines are also growing around him, so it might be that you just can't see his limbs bound behind him.
Oh, I thought you meant figure, like a figurine.
No, it's actually a human-looking male.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to go up to that then.
All right, so as you walk up to him, his eyelids are being pulled back by the vines, and it doesn't seem like he can close his mouth, which is also missing a tongue.
Ew.
You all right there, buddy? Hmm. I'm not sure what you're saying, but I think it might be something along the lines of, "Hey, please cut these vines." So I'm gonna start cutting the vines now, okay?
As you start to interact with the podium, you hear a voice beyond that saying, "Please do not mess with my urinal."
That's really gross. You're really gross for that, and I keep doing it.
You hear the sounding of a snap of fingers. And on your wrists, you find that there is a pair of these steel cuffs. And when the light hits it, there's a bit of a purple shine to it. But make a strength check.
Oh no. D20 minus 2. 3!
Uh-oh.
You immediately fall to the ground wrist first.
Ah, that's fair. I'm not a powerful man.
Yep. And as you look around, you can see beyond the podium is a throne also made of ice. And on either side of it looks like the two displacer beasts that you just helped kill.
This is awkward. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna try and crawl away.
Okay, you're just trying to haphazardly drag these things with that
Yeah, basically.
as it drags across the ice. And on the throne, you see a male figure, human, Caucasian, dark hair, cut down into more of a militarized cut. Some like 5 o'clock shadow. He's wearing what looks like full plate armor with a trench coat over that, and the trench coat looks like it's a bunch of stretched out faces.
So is this just like evil Van?
Let's see. I never did roll to see how attractive this guy is. Van, what were you? Oh, I maxed it out. Yeah, no. Van wishes he looks like this guy.
Okay.
Yeah, Van would probably look at the coat and be like, you know what? I'm probably not attractive as that stretched out face. Damn, that's just a nice fucking coat.
I just, why are you so gross?
So this figure stands up, and you can see on his side is a sword, but the sheath looks like a figure made out of bronze. Like there's a head biting onto the hilt, and that keeps it in the sheath.
Oh,
And the
that's awesome.
hair is made out of a red fire, and it's just on his hip. And as he starts walking towards you, you can look up at his eyes, and you see that the entirety of them is also made out of the same blue flame that's illuminating the room.
Wait, his eyes are? Or his
Yes.
body? Okay.
His eyes were made out of the same blue flame. The rest of him looks fairly human.
You know, besides the face trench coat.
Yeah, with the exception of the trench coat made out of faces.
You know, I got myself some face boots at home if you want me to go get them.
I have seen them. They're not good enough quality.
Oh, fuck.
As he starts walking towards you, the displacer beasts rise up and they start growling and following him. And he just snaps his fingers a second time, and they also get covered in these steel bands, and they just go down on the ground. And he turns to them and says, "You will follow my rule, or you will not."
You cut out of the last bit.
Yeah.
He's just bad mouthing the displacer beasts.
Oh.
Yeah. Better listen. Little shits. Hate those guys.
But yeah, you see the one that was chopped in half. It looks like there's these staples made out of frost, putting it back together.
Mm. Oh, by the way, do I have any of my injuries still? Like, do I still feel like, you know, an old man that was dropped from 30 feet in the air?
Oh gosh.
Looking down at your leg, you can see that it's backwards,
Oh!
but you seem to be walking on it fine.
We're all like,
So while you have the visual appearance of that injury, you aren't feeling any of the physical effects.
Okay.
Hmm.
Am I in trouble? What? What's going on here? Did I say that too?
So the figure kind of ignores your question for the moment. He holds out his hand, and this red leather-bound tome just pops up in it, and he flips it open and passes a couple of pages, reads something, and then just closes it back up and has it disappear in a puff of blue flame. And he said, "You are Rand Masters, are you not?"
Yeah. Last I remember, my legs were both the right way, but I think that's me.
Traveling with a priest named Brightwood on a continent called Yasald.
I think so. I don't know. I don't really talk with that guy. It's kind of weird.
I agree. You are here because I have called for you to be here.
So you killed me. So you're an asshole.
He smiles at that, but doesn't make any actual comment. He then snaps his fingers again. And instead of seeing a visual effect, you see on the other end of the throne room, more towards like the entrance, you see this, it looks like an orc with orange skin and one ear, dragging in another figure that's kind of in the middle of dancing and not realizing she's being pushed in.
Nim.
Yep.
Just fucking took that guess right out the bat.
It was kind of obvious. But
I said to him, we could have a more cordial discussion if you let me stand up.
he kind of nods his head and snaps his fingers, and the metal bands around your wrist just disappear.
Oh, nice.
Woo.
Thanks. I'll awkwardly stand up and dust off.
You're here because I don't want her to be.
So what you're saying is you want me to babysit her or take her back?
Yes. Get her out of my domain. That is why you are here.
So the only problem, where's your domain at? Because I can't leave if I'm dead.
Yeah, by now you figured you are probably in Hades, which is the land of the dead.
Yeah, I have figured. So that's not something, us immortal boys can just leave.
Obviously, I will assist you in removing. And then he points over to Nim, who's in the middle of trying to make out with the half-orc bringing her in. He's like, boss!
Cool. Do you need anything from me?
Essentially, I just need you to go back with her.
Okay.
I do not expect you to do this for free. And he snaps his fingers, and instead of seeing any kind of puff of magic, you just see this little girl walk in from off screen. And she's holding this, it's made out of ice, but it's kind of moving around like it's a stuffed animal, and it's a gigantic frog.
Aw. Are you holding her here?
She is dead. Where else would she go?
Okay, but is she working for you? Like, are you peeing in her mouth like this dude? Is that him laughing? Because it's fucked up.
You know what? That laugh was in character. And he goes, no. That man, Governor Delacroix, He upset me, so he is not treated kindly. Your daughter is a guest. I will give you a moment with her before I send you away. And he walks off and tries to pry Nim off of making out with the half-orc that walked in. And he got a 3 somehow, so even divinity cannot stop Nim from making out with what she perceives to be an intergalactic space cat.
So I'm just gonna say now, I forgot what I told you her name was.
You actually did not tell me her name.
Okay, then you can pick if you'd like. Unless you want me to.
Ellie?
Sure. So I just immediately run over.
She looks up from the stuffed frog and just goes, "Daddy!"
Oh, honey.
And, she just immediately drops the frog and goes to hug you. And you see in her chest is a very small and horrifyingly familiar needle hole.
Oh. Where'd you get that, sweetie?
She looks down and she kind of just shrugs her shoulders like, I don't know.
Oh, it's okay. Can I do an arcane check or whatever? Like, do I know what it is? You said familiar, so.
Yeah, you get a nat 20 on this without rolling. You know exactly what that's from.
So what is it?
Magic missile.
Oh, needle hole. Okay. Yeah. Just give her a big old hug and say I'm sorry.
For what, Daddy?
Nothing, sweetie. It's fine.
Where's Mommy?
Shouldn't she be here with you?
No, you never said anything about your wife being dead.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I assumed he was a single father for a while. I didn't know if she was dead or not. It's fine.
That actually works pretty well if you think about it. You don't know, so that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
So I don't know. I don't know, honey. You let me know if you see her.
Okay.
What have you been doing up here?
Playing with Froggy, and she picks up the frosty stuffed animal again.
Do I
And just
have
kinda moves the hands around like it's ribbit, ha ha ha, Daddy.
Do I still have like my pack with me? Is there still stuff in it and whatnot?
Anything that was physically on you, I would say you have a copy of.
Okay. I want to pull out that jar of frog toys
Her eyes lights up.
and give her the rest of the. Here, you can have some friends.
She has like the arms of the stuffed animal hold the jar, and then just try to like use her chin to push the head of the frog into the jar head, like it's trying to investigate its new friends.
My heart. Well, I imagine I'm gonna have to leave pretty soon, but it was nice to see you.
No, Daddy, stay.
Oh.
It's really boring here.
I want to.
All I have is Froakie.
You see big scary skin man over there? I don't want to.
She looks over and she's kind of looking between all three of them. She doesn't know which one specifically you're talking about.
Well, one of them pees on people, and I don't want that to happen to me. Or you, sweetie. So I think I have to do what he says.
Oh, okay. I'll
But-
see you again soon, right? Come
Yeah, I mean, I'm getting up there. It'll be soon, sweetie.
back? Oh God, this is why Brand's coming back.
just play with your frog friends until I get back.
Okay. What are their names?
Hoppy, Leapy, and
Gerald.
this one's called this one's Van. He's really mean. He bullies the other frogs. You gotta watch him.
She sticks her hand in and she pulls the Van frog out and just sets him on the ground and then like turns him to face away from each other. And it's like, you stay in the corner. Bad Van.
I expect him to be polite by the time I get back.
I do my best, Daddy.
All right, I look over at Skin Boy. What's he doing?
Let's roll this again. He got a 4, so he's still struggling getting her the hell off. And he's like, "Fucking motherfuck!" And looking at the orc, you can see that he isn't actually orange. He just has these armored plates of what looks like ambered glass, like fossilized wood. What is that called? Amber?
No, that's fossilized tree sap.
Amber's the tree sap, yeah.
Yeah, like that, the Jurassic Park stuff. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, he's got fossilized wood embedded into his skin like it's a chain link armor. And he's basically trying to push her the hell off. And even the two of them just can't get her the fuck off. Eventually, you see the figure just... he's rubbing his temples, and he walks over towards you. I take it you've had your moment.
I guess so. It's up to you. I'm not going to leave until you tell me to leave.
He signals for you to follow him back towards Nim.
All right, I give her one more hug and then walk away.
Bye, Daddy.
Stay safe.
And she just kind of messes around with the frogs.
Oh, so I say, hey, I didn't get your name, Spooky Skin Man.
I am Francis Ulysses Haddock Castile, god of winter, war, and death.
Mind if I call you Frank?
Yes, I do mind.
Okay. Well, Franklin.
Freak.
He snaps his fingers, and immediately there is this same steel chain with a purple sheen attached to your neck and Nim's neck. And he takes his other hand and he pushes it on your chest. And after this bright, searing light, you feel like you're being forced back out of the astral plane and towards your body.
Well, buy me dinner first. It's like fly off.
Yep. And once you disappear, he brings his hand back, and inside of it appears to be a human heart.
I need that.
And he takes his other hand, and it looks like he's crushing it down. And when he removes his hand back, it's actually a pendant necklace in the shape of your heart. Like your heart is this red kind of glassy material, and the rest of it is this frosty chain. And he walks over to your daughter, and he kneels down, and he just hands it to her, open palm, and says, "This is very important for you to keep safe."
Aw.
Reluctantly, she takes it, and he helps her put it on as a necklace. And he tells her to go off and, play. So she disappears from the throne room. And he informs the half-orc, "Roselle, you may leave now." "I thought you named me Harold." "God damn it, Roselle! Get the fuck out of my throne room!" And that's where the scene ends.
All right.
So now we go back to Leto, Vaughn, and Andy.
My God, is he still dead? What are we gonna do?
Now, Leto,
Yeah.
you know that there is a cleric in your party that is capable of bringing people back from the dead, or so he says, being a priest of the god of winter, war, and death. Whatever made up bullshit that is.
Yeah, but
However, while you were on the slaver ship, you do remember taking a pretty grievous injury and then waking up to find that he had revived you.
that is true. But if I remember
also-
correctly, he was running like a little bitch
Let her go.
in the woods.
Yes, last you saw him, he was running like a little bitch in the... But you also know that in the process of dying, it's very easy for a cleric to, revive someone. Once dead, you know that window of opportunity shrinks immensely.
About 5 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. brain.
With the
Not
time
even.
that elapsed, Leto feels that he has maybe less than. So in terms of game, it would be about 6 seconds per round, and it takes about. But the number of rounds you would have at this point would be 10.
Alrighty. I look
9.
to Vaughn and I look to Andy. I go,
8.
spread out, find fucking Bitchwood. Bitchwood! Get your ass over here! I start yelling. And I start looking. I start going towards the trees and start searching for Bitchwood.
Okay. I'm going to have everyone roll initiative.
'Kay.
As this is a very time-sensitive event.
Nope.
Yeah, I knew we were all gonna roll that average.
Well, maybe I'll break the chain. Maybe.
So 898.
898.
I just rolled as a joke. I figured you didn't want it.
That's right.
Damn it.
You're not quite back yet.
The flies around his corpse.
For my turn, I lay on the ground like a dead body.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna take it easy. You know, this seems like a.
You ever tried decomposing? It sounds pretty fun.
Well, that might be a new experience. Hello, Mr. Rub. So let's see. We got Leto, then Vaughn, Andy. Leto, Vaughn, Andy. Okay. So before we actually get into turns, I'd like everyone to make a perception check or a survival check, whichever one is better for you.
I'm rolling survival.
I already failed my survival check.
And that's just a D20.
Unless you have the relevant stats.
Yeah, plus wisdom.
Okay, so let me
Oof.
pull up her thing. Plus wisdom, so +2.
Okay, so you got a 15.
Yep.
Great.
For whatever reason, Leto and Vaughn seem to think he ran into the cave.
Nah. Okay.
Oh god. Going to the
Andy,
cave.
having scouted out this area for potential homelessness,
Yep.
you've noticed also with pretty much seeing the direction that Damien ran off to begin with, you know he started running essentially northeast through the
Okay.
woods.
Okay. So maybe we should go that way, northeast.
You telling us?
Yes, we should go find Damien.
Alrighty. I'll listen to you then.
From what I see, he's around that way, so we should go that way.
Alright. Let's go. Lead the way.
Okay.
Should we not stay with like the dead body?
He's dead. What else is
I
gonna happen to
mean-
him?
We try to take him with us. If you want to
Wait, where
carry him,
is,
I don't want to carry him.
Where is Silent at?
Silent is looking around and realizing Damien had. She is also going to make a perception check, and she got a 2. So she is just going to
La, la,
give
la,
up
la.
on life for the second, then just watch over the body.
Okay.
Okay,
All
so
right.
we
It's
have
one
someone to
less
stay with the
thing I-
body.
Yeah. All right.
Okay,
I'll head out.
so let's go.
Let's lead the way.
Leading.
Any second.
Any second now.
Pretty much. Well, let's see what we find. Is there anything around? What's in the vicinity of the forest? Obviously more than forest. Or what kind of forest, you know?
I was thinking about having you guys do an insight check, but that's just too much dice rolling, and you would know this anyways. You saw Damien hauling ass.
Okay.
So, more than likely,
This-
he's probably still hauling ass, which means he has a little bit of a lead, and he's hauling ass. So maybe mount up.
Do we have mounts? Oh yeah, we do have mounts, that's right.
I
I forgot.
3 left.
I forgot.
Giuseppe.
Giuseppe comes strolling up from behind you.
We gotta ride like the wind, my friends.
Oh God.
Time's of the essence. We must rescue our dead wizard.
Let's go. I'll
Blank
just.
stare.
It kind of
Land
stares at you
speed of
blankly
a
while
mule.
chewing on something.
That's right, Giuseppe. I look at him. I stroke his chin. That's right, Giuseppe. And I mount up on him.
Aw,
Actually, do a
guess
quick
what? I should
perception
mount
check
up.
for me.
What? Do a perception check?
Yeah.
Everybody, or
There we go.
okay.
We'll get out of the
You
low
can't-
balls
you
later.
can't get a good read on Giuseppe's emotional state at the moment, but you finally realize that he's been chewing on this campaign's only piece of gum this entire time.
Hey, you know, if you like it, you like it.
Ugh.
Probably long since lost its flavor, unless you call mule spit a flavor.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course you do.
I'm go
Hey,
ahead
Berkeley
and
boss to every flavor bean, man.
Mhm.
all right, hi ho, Giuseppe, away.
All right, so what is Giuseppe's movement speed?
That's a good question. What is a mule's movement speed?
That's an infinity sign.
It's like probably half of mine. Let's see.
Looking through a binder. He has a speed of 40 feet, so completely hauling ass, you can move 80 feet around.
Hey, that's slightly faster than me. Perfect.
Wait up!
Hey, you guys have the horses.
2 other horses.
Yeah, but
How
if you just
fast are
dart
horses?
off, I'm still gonna mount up.
I'm gonna be the one trailing behind.
Oh, okay.
A
So-
horse is like 50 feet, or what?
I think it was like 60, wasn't it?
Well, let's look in one of the books that I went out of my
I think
way
it's
to
60.
So mules are 40 and horses are 60.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're not
Mules
saying
are meant
60.
to be pack animals, so be suburban. They're not meant for speed.
okay.
Whereas a horse, a war horse, has a movement speed of 60 feet and an armor class of
Oh.
11.
So we can
And
do
19 hit
120.
points.
Yes, sir.
A very, very low intelligence of a 2.
Horse has more armor than me.
It's a horse.
It's a horse.
It's a war horse.
It's a
thanks.
horse. A horse, of
Okay.
course.
So, Leto, I'm assuming you were using your round action to get 80 feet.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Vaughn and Andy, I'm assuming you also put down your horses and then use your action to move.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So as you have to hunt down the horses, you only get to move 60 feet on the horse.
Okay.
See, not as reliable as Giuseppe here, who's always around.
Summons out of thin air, chewing gum.
Exactly.
He's here to appear from thin air and chew bubble gum.
He only has
And
one
he
type
never
of
runs
gum.
out of bubble
And he
gum.
never runs out of the one piece of bubble gum. Okay. so
Cat,
Need to calculate Damien's movement.
go.
Okay. So I'm assuming you all are just gonna keep moving until you find Damien.
I'll keep.
Mhm.
I mean, while I'm moving, I'm gonna keep shouting, "Bitchwood, you better get the fuck over here, or whatever you're running from, it's gonna be 10 times worse."
Damn. I'm intimidated and I'm dead.
I know, right?
Actually, go ahead and roll an intimidation check.
Gotcha. Actually, better
Get
fucking
scared
do
of the rest
something.
of us too.
Yeah, I crit fail. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
You stuttered too many times.
Are you okay?
Your bars weren't fire enough, my dude.
Sounded like a girl.
What's wrong with sounding like a girl?
Hey, bitch.
Oh!
So Giuseppe actually stops and he looks up at you because he's wondering what he did to piss you He misunderstood part of that conversation.
I just pat him on the head. You know how things go, Giuseppe. You know
Oops.
how things go.
So go ahead and make a perception check, Vaughn and
Vaughn and Andy, you cut out.
Vaughn and Andy make a perception check.
Okay. Can't spell.
16.
on.
Oops. Wrong.
No, you did it.
No, you did it right. It still works.
Did I? Oh, okay.
Do you have any stats to add
Yes.
to that?
What were the stats again?
Wisdom.
Wisdom? Yeah,
Perception?
so +2.
Okay. I'm going to say that's enough for both of you to gain sight of Damien and move up to him this turn.
All
Okay.
right. So
Is
do I get
there-
there first?
So are we still running?
Let's see. Vaughn, as you had the higher initiative, I would say you would make it to Damien first.
All right. So I'm just gonna run up and try to cut him off.
Okay. So run in front of him on the horse and then turn sideways so he can't run any further.
Yeah,
Mhm.
exactly.
Okay, so that happens and he kind of slows down and sees you. Oh, hey. Did we win?
Yeah. Yeah, we did.
You would know.
So where are you going?
Oh, I guess I really don't know where I was going.
Well, you're coming back now.
I'm just gonna grab him by the collar and just throw him on the back of the horse.
Okay, I'm not even gonna make a contested check because even if he did, he'd have negatives to it. So
He could have
Just
lifted
grab
a
him.
log off his chest earlier, thinking fight Vaughn.
well, we did just witness a god of three domains fail to pry an inebriated Nim off of one of his twice.
I like to think that's because he was a little grossed out.
yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
And it is bitch voice fake god, so you know.
It can't be that strong.
I'm gonna remember you said that.
Ah, fuck!
Oh.
It's like the Telltale games.
Yep, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Uh-huh.
Telltale Games
Clementine will remember that you said shit.
Innocent. The bookmaker remembers that.
Uh-oh.
Fuck.
Yep. So you grab Damien and you just roughly shove him onto the back of the horse. Make a animal handling check.
Oh.
Oh. This is going to be interesting.
Oh, 22.
Well,
Hey.
shit.
Yay!
So you manage to get all the way back to the corpse of Rand without having Damien fall off the back.
All
and then
right.
being kicked in the head by the horse.
Then I kind of just push him off right next to Rand's body, and I go, "Can you fix that?"
Let's see. He lands roughly. Let's dex save. Nope. He lands on his ass or head. Ass. He rolled a 1 for damage. He just lands on his ass.
Oh.
But then he looks up and he notices Rand is in a very bad state, and Damien immediately goes into a bit of a panic, and you see that he's patting his pockets and he pulls out this satchel and he opens it up and he just dumps it out, and there is easily about 500 gold worth of raw diamonds.
Jesus. When were you
And,
going to tell us?
He is
The
completely
newcomer is
ignoring-
really curious about the diamond.
Mm.
The poor girl. The poor girl is curious about the damn diamonds.
The hobo.
You
The
You know how
hobo.
easy it would be to be professionally homeless with all that money.
Refreshingly
I couldn't even
homeless.
buy a home.
Well, she's a woman too, diamonds are gold's best friend.
Okay, so he's completely ignoring Andy's question, and he pulls out this length of red ribbon, and he starts wrapping it around Rand's hands and forearms so that they are bound together. on his chest, and he starts laying these diamonds out around Rand's head, and he starts chanting his incantation, which I'm gonna have to look up because I haven't said it in so many weeks. All right.
It's like
One foot in the grave, one wing in the fire. Return to this plane. I command thee, squire. And nothing happens.
Uh-oh.
And then
What was the... Go ahead.
and then he adds like some more diamonds to around his head, and he puts another one on his throat, and he starts putting the diamonds throughout Rand's body, and he repeats himself: 1 foot in the grave, one wing in the fire. Return to this plane. I command thee, squire. And nothing happens, and he is panicking and freaking out. And at this point, he just gets angry and pissed, and he pulls out a knife and he cuts his hand on it, and he shoves it onto Rand's face, and he just yells out, "I command thee, squire!" And this bright light bursts out. Everyone make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Jesus.
That kill us all.
Wow.
Oh, no.
What the fuck do you guys expect? Do you know who I am?
Yeah, you're still riding a donkey, so I guess that'll.
Is he even back?
I'm assuming that he would have seen you guys coming back.
I was strolling behind, yeah.
Yeah. He would have caught up by now, especially with Brightwood's earlier struggles. So let's see. And I rolled a 1. Okay, so Leto, you are just approaching as this bright light goes off, and it is so intense and fierce that the force of it knocks you off your horse, and you hit your head, knocking yourself unconscious.
Okay, I'm out.
Ouch.
For
Alright, later,
a
George.
fair amount of time.
How much?
A
fair
fair
amount.
amount.
Okay, I'm out.
Yep. But Andy and Vaughn, you were able to hold your ground, and you got your hand blocking out some of the light, trying to act as a free pair of sunglasses.
I'll use Froggy.
The frog squirming like, "Ah! And it also passes out.
Fucking no.
Yeah, he did not roll much better than Vaughn. He actually got like a 3.
Oh, no.
Leto. But when the light finally clears and you bring your hand down to look at the scene, you see Damien standing when he was previously kneeling, and you see Rand with this bloody palm print on his face slowly stand up, and you notice there is this metal chain around his neck that comes down, and it's lying, and it's also connected to Nim, who is also lying on the ground.
Oh, no.
Not unconscious, still tripping balls. She's picked up a rock and started making out with that.
Am I like able to act right now?
What would you like to do?
I just look at like my handcuffed hands and the blood on my face and the weird chain on my neck, and I'm like, what fucking kinky shit's going on here?
Okay, make an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's just me saying that out loud. I don't even care what it is.
Yeah, make an intelligence saving throw.
Sure. Was that +4?
Oh.
So 6.
Oof.
As you go to say that, it just comes out as garbled nonsense.
Hmm.
I just look over at Damien. I just look over at Damien. I'm like, what are your powers again?
Damien looks at you, and his eyes are made of blue fire.
Okay.
He then looks back over to Rand,
Wait.
walks up to you. This is going to be a very difficult time in your life as you try to regain control of your body. After all, I'm the god of death, not life, not
Did your
resurrection,
voice get deeper?
not the undead. Good luck with this.
All right, this freaky shit's gotta end.
I'm
He
just
looks
like,
over to
okay.
Vaughn and starts walking towards you with eyes just made of this blue fire. And you can start to see that there is frost growing along his eyebrows.
He's walking towards me.
Yes.
How close is he to me?
He was probably starting out about 10 feet away and slowly making it closer.
All right, if he comes in, like really close to me, I'm just gonna like slap him across the face, like backhand him.
Okay, so he just keeps walking towards you until the point where he's in bitch slap distance. So go ahead and make a strength check.
He's already doing it. I saw Vaughn is typing before he even said it.
He's all prepared.
15.
Yep. You open palm, slap the shit out of him. Wait, why is that a +6?
You said strength check, right?
Yes, but you don't have a
Or-
+6 to strength. You would not be adding your proficiency to this. If you were a monk, you would be adding proficiency to it.
Oh, so you're saying it should have been athletics check?
Yes. Well, yes, why not? Athletics. Actually, you'd have proficiency in athletics, wouldn't you?
It's just an unarmed strength,
no,
right?
actually, that's just no.
It's just regular
strength.
strength, if I remember, which should be +3.
Yeah.
Anyways, you slap the shit out of this poor bastard.
No, my regular
And-
strength is +4.
Well, there you go.
Yep. So you deal
Ouch.
4 damage to his face, but there's absolutely no reaction to it. It's just like you hit a solid surface and your hand stops. And you have this intense sensation of cold eating away at your palm right now.
I'm just like, what the fuck is your power, man?
What is wrong
And
with
you take 1 cold damage.
Oh,
Oh, great.
Also, I need you to make an opposed grapple check.
Oh. Is that athletics or?
Yes, that would be an opposed athletics check, as he is going to grab you by the throat.
oh,
Oh.
Whoa.
20.
oh boy.
That
Not
does
gonna-
beat his 19 plus mods. Oh, you are better than advertised.
Okay.
What even happened? So there's just a roll.
Yeah, like
He goes to grab you by the throat, and you manage to slap his hand away. And again, you feel this intense sensation of cold.
all right. I'm just gonna like reach for my blade, and like, dude, you better chill.
At which point, he just laughs and says, "You are better than advertised."
He just told him to chill.
Yeah.
He's already pretty chilled there. Oh my god.
So he kind of throws his hands up in a non-threatening manner and takes 1 step back with his head cocked and this evil fucking grin on his face.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
I'm like, Damien, is that you?
Oh, Damien wishes he was me. I don't know if you've noticed this, but he's a bit failing in several departments.
Butter.
Bit of a bitch, yeah.
Yeah, quite the disappointment.
And I go, well, who the hell are you?
I am Francis Haddock Castile, god of winter, war, and death. And the
Who the-
only reason why you've gotten your wizard back, along with the other nuisance.
My what back?
He points over to Nim, still trying to make out with the rock.
He had said wizard first. That's the first thing he said.
They're not my wizard.
Well, they're yours now.
I'm just like,
Yo, I don't own anybody, okay?
Is that what these chains are for, guys? Come on. Be cool.
He looks down at Damien's palm and sees the slash mark he made slowly being filled with ice. Oh, always the failure. Isn't that right, Miss Tristane? And he looks over at Silent. And she gets a very shocked look on her face, and then immediately turns it into this unemotional combat stance with her hands on her knives.
All right, so I'm just gonna say to him, I'm like, so is Damien gonna be back anytime soon, or are we just have to deal with you now?
Oh, you aren't interesting enough for me to stay. But I will have you do 2 things for me.
Yeah.
First, make sure Damien understands how disappointed I am in him.
Oh, he knows.
And second, punch me in the face.
I can do that.
That's a
I
no-brainer.
Rub my hands together, like, like kind of twirl my arm back and forth.
All right, so you're
Should I
making
roll
like
for
this
this?
big. You're making this big show of trying to get ready to punch him in the face.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Oh. I pulled
As
my
you go to
punch
finally make that punch into the face, Silent actually runs across and leaps in the air and decks him right before you can.
Ah.
Damien gets knocked on his ass, and that blue fire just disperses, and you can see all around his eye socket is actually frostbite, and slowly turns into like a black gradient that slowly goes out into his normal skin tone again. It almost looks like he's wearing eyeshadow that he can't get rid of.
Like the villain from like Doctor Strange, kind of.
I'd have to rewatch that movie. It wasn't that interesting. But probably. But as Damien slowly gets back up, and he's got this pain in his hand, and he's got his pain on his face from being punched, and he's got the pain in his eyes from being fucking frostfire laden.
Possessed.
Yeah, possessed. He he looks around, and he asks, "Did I bring Rand back? Is he okay?" And
I'm just like, I don't know.
make a charisma saving throw.
Me?
Yes.
Great. What is that? +1. What the fuck?
Not quite that fucked up.
Okay.
I got a 3.
Oh.
You try to say that, but it just comes out as a quick guttural sound, like, "Oh."
Oh god, he still can't talk. Like, what the fuck was that?
Am I able to think clearly?
Yeah, you were able to think clearly, but
Okay.
it's starting to feel like your soul is not actually in your body. Like there's some kind of disconnect,
Oh,
and the
no.
wires are all fucked up.
Mm,
You try to
That's my-
poop, you pee. You try to pee, you poop.
What the fuck?
excuse me?
That will not be a mechanic, but I like the idea.
What the fuck?
Poop, you pee. What the fuck? It seems like you were saving that.
Maybe.
Whenever this comes up, I'm gonna be so ready.
He's just got a bunch of flashcards with weird things to say. He keeps flipping through. One of these days. One of these days.
Oh shit! I'm
Jesus.
unconscious, so I don't have much to think about.
So that's what you chose to think about. All right.
Everyone knows poop is the epitome of humor.
I would like to ponder the implications of the chain around my neck. if that's
Go
possible.
ahead and let's see.
I know Rand has read a lot of books and does not like the idea of this.
See, there really isn't any metal, so I guess a basic intelligence check.
12.
You figure this is actually a fairly material called adamantine.
Okay.
It is almost completely indestructible by any known means. And it's basically used to destroy other shit because of its density.
And it's chained to Nim?
Yes, there is basically a collar without a lock around your neck connected to a chain, and that chain goes down and connects to Nim's neck. There's probably about 6-7 feet worth of chain.
I just hold the chain and go, "Ugh."
You don't have to make
Why?
a saving. You don't have to make a saving throw for that.
Okay.
The grunts come out fine.
Can I just shake the chain at what's his name? Bitchwood and go, "Ugh."
And then Silent, seeing that it's actually Bitchwood back again, she takes her hands off of her knives and she gives him this kind of dive tackle hug around the neck.
Mm.
Right. Leto, I'm going to say about now is when you return to consciousness.
Yeah. Meh. I just rub my head and I look up. Like I kind of sit up and look up and look at everyone else.
As you look up in front of you is a small kind of a creature. Go ahead and make a nature check.
What is my nature anyway?
That
Let's
is a
see
good
here.
question. You should probably consult your character sheet.
It's an intelligence.
Oh, good. It's 0. Perfect. It's just a nat 0. Let's see here. 15.
That's pretty good. You see in front of you is a small fennec fox, and you know that that is not native to the island of Ysold.
What are you doing here, buddy?
Yeah, it is a very small, almost rodent-like version of a fox, about the size of a like a large rat. But its ears, each ear is equally twice the size of its head. So it's got these huge frickin' like Dumbo ears with this tiny little body and tiny little head.
Ah, it's cute.
It kind of looks at you weird, like with its head cocked to the side, but then it runs off over to Nim, and seeing that it's still making out with the rock, it just licks her forehead once and then runs off into the woods.
Huh, that's a little strange. What was it, a fennec fox?
Yes.
Okay, I just get up and shake my, kind of rub the back of my head, because hit it. And I look at everyone, and then I guess I notice they're back. So how you guys feeling?
I go, I'm all right.
Right light. Fuck.
Ran, make a wisdom saving throw.
Already on it. 12.
It sounds a little guttural, but you do hear the words, I'm all right.
Oh, that should be 13. It's +3, but yeah, that's fine.
It's still a success.
Okay. Anyone saw that mouse? That little phoenix fox?
Mouse?
Guess
Yeah, what was the deal with that?
Actually, Leto is the only one who saw it.
Oh,
Oh shit. Okay, so
what fox?
a little tiny mouse-like, fox-like creature ran into
I
the
think you
woods.
hit your head.
I didn't see it. Are you okay?
Yeah, probably doing better than you. I walk over to Rand as I say this, and I kind of poke him, and then I'm like, I think I'm doing better than him. And I look at the chain connected to both him and Nim, and I go, so what the fuck is going on?
Should we try to break it? Do we
I
know
just,
that it's indestructible?
I just shrug and tug at the chain as hard as possible.
You guys are into some kinky shit, and where the fuck you came back from?
Hey, fucker. Is that another wisdom save?
That is an intelligence saving throw.
Okay. Ah, 6.
You bare your
Uh-oh.
teeth, and it looks like he might come out to lunge at you.
Bitchwood, do you make sure you bound back all the way and not a fucking zombie?
I wave my
No
hands.
anymore.
I wave my hands. No, I'm like no. And I point to my mouth.
Okay, as long as everyone's alive, I think I'm gonna examine Nim really quickly and see what's wrong with her.
Alright, do a quick medicine check. Or if you have arcane.
I'll do medical. Where's my? Keep losing it. Yeah, that's about right.
Wisdom.
That's a critical fail.
Oh.
Well, she drank a door. That's probably the reason for all the problems in this world. You know, kids snorting condoms, eating Tide Pods, drinking doors.
Oh God.
All right,
Someone's gonna die.
just
And
regular
then
shit.
they want to talk about gun control.
Mhm.
Like, yep, we know the laws you need. Snacking on Tide Pods, snorting cocaine.
Snorting
or
condoms.
I just say
See,
tit.
it's so stupid. I say cocaine instead of condoms on accident. Because that's what you're supposed to snort when you're not snorting something.
Just do cocaine like a regular.
Get it right.
Just do cocaine like normal people. God.
I'd like to grab the chain. I'm assuming at this point that I just need to pantomime, or Rand is assuming. So I'm gonna grab the chain and like motion towards Van, and then do like I'm trying to break it, and then like hold it towards him.
Wait, don't you know it's unbreakable?
I don't know.
Yeah,
if I
do we
that.
know that?
He just said
You
it's nearly unbreakable, and I'm really desperate to not be chained to her.
Yeah, you were
Okay.
able to mostly get that motion out. It's very jagged movements, but
Oh.
you're basically
Alright,
holding up the
so-
chain and then you're holding it out to Vaughn.
All right, so I grab my two swords, my two long swords. I kind of look at both of them, then I kind of like look at the fire one. I kind of just put that one away. So then I use my my non-magic weapon
Alive.
and try to just like slam this chain to see if I can break it.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
12. Oh,
Your sword takes 12 points of damage. It has a maximum of 10 HP. It shatters on impact with the chain. The chain, however, looks fine.
It's a good thing
Oh,
you
no.
used your shitty sword.
No kidding.
I start I like put my hands together, like sorry, and then I go to my pack and pull out 15 gold.
Make a dexterity check. Sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand or
Maybe we
just
can
dexterity?
blast it.
Sleight of hand. Because you were trying to perform a specific action, and sleight of hand is. You go to open the pocket, and you can't negotiate with the button or the rivet or anything that resembles the reason why it stays closed.
So we can't. Oh.
I just start crying.
I'm gonna.
You think you start crying.
all right. So I'm just like, I think our wizard's broken.
He might
No
have
kidding.
had some brain damage from being dead
Something's,
for too
something's
long.
not connected.
That doesn't explain the chain.
Well, that's another mystery for another time, I guess.
Guess we'll call it your phones.
Well, straightforward, Vaughn, you couldn't break it, and
We can try.
I
to
don't know what the
blast
fuck is going on. I look towards Bitchwood and I go, "Do you know what the fuck the chain is?"
You can't hold me down. You can never hold me again.
Okay, I see.
I can still.
I fucking
hear
hate you all.
saying you will never break the chain.
That's it, huh? All right. Thank you.
Just like death glare at him.
Thank you. Well,
Like
Ran.
glare from being dead.
Like
What's
there's
up,
no
Lou?
light behind his eyes, but the head is facing you.
I'm just so mad. Yeah. What were you gonna say? What?
Well, Rand, this is you're mentally
Vegetable.
you're halfway vegetable,
Mm,
and you have full vegetable
So you're
changed to
saying he's
you.
a fruit.
Yes, you're fruit. Nim's the vegetable. I place my
I'm the
hand.
vegetable.
I place my hand on his shoulder. I go, "Good luck," because it looks like
What,
you're
are we
gonna
just
have to
leaving him?
drag her ass around.
I just collapse. Like hold my face.
They're both broken. I don't.
No, his
Throw him on
leg
the back
is
of a
backwards.
horse.
His arms are.
Okay, I'm gonna throw this out here. We should probably not go anywhere right now for the night or for the day, because these two are
Just throw him on the
fucked.
back of a horse.
We
I'm
Wait,
not
did
sure.
I not? Did I not notice? I thought my leg was back to normal. It's still backwards. You said.
Yeah, it's still backwards. But
I'm gonna throw. I'm gonna throw.
pain from it.
Okay, I don't think we should go anywhere with these two vegetables here until they are
I
some.
I don't know if this is something they can just like sleep off.
Yeah.
I guess
They're
now
gonna
I'm noticing my
fall.
leg, and I just look at it and go, ah!
What's
just
your
gonna pat
opinion,
his
Vaughn?
shoulder.
What do you think we should do then?
We're probably just gonna have to leave them behind.
No, we're not leaving them behind.
They're kind of useless.
No.
Better.
I try to
I tried to break it, so nothing we can do.
Can I try to cast a spell?
Oh, what spell would you like to cast?
Oh, God.
Prestidigitation. I just want to do finger gun.
Okay. Go ahead and make an arcane check with disadvantage.
Oh no.
Because that has a somatic component, does it not?
I don't know. Let me see.
Prestidigitation.
A verbal
Look in the
somatic,
book.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, verbal and somatic. All right.
So that
So
one's
definitely
14.
have disadvantage.
17.
Okay, you managed to cast prestidigitation. And
Oh.
means another-
Like, see? You can still do
Don't put me down just yet.
Oh yeah, it seemed fine.
His leg.
Yeah,
I just.
things are getting
Still
better.
broken, but looks much cleaner.
Okay.
My
I
God.
don't.
I'm
Oh,
gonna. Can I find like anything since we're in the woods? Is there anything I can find? Like, I would like to search around and kind of like make a splint or some
climb a
shit to
tree.
correct his leg.
Yeah, go ahead and make a survival check or medicine.
But is it like backwards, like straight backwards, or is it like at an angle?
Oh yeah.
His knee is bending the wrong way.
Knee or like at the hip?
So with a natural 20, you can see that part of the bone in his left thigh is actually pierced through the skin. And
Oh.
while he's been trying to walk around on it, it's actually twisted itself around backwards.
Jesus Christ.
Rand.
That's
Rand.
a calculated 20.
Yeah, it's calculated. It's
Oh,
18 plus
still
2.
funny.
Someone describe him.
Rand, I I place my hands on his shoulder. I kind of like urge him to sit down. Like, sit down, please, sit down, sit down.
Okay. That's it. Just out.
I'm gonna just start gathering what I could in the woods to try fix his leg.
Yep. So as you go through the woods and start gathering, like branded bandages and leaves and tree branches and whatnot that you can use to make a splint for Rand, you notice that there's a squirrel that comes running up and tries to communicate with you.
What?
Did
How?
I notice this?
Like, how is it trying to communicate?
There's a nut at you. I mean, I don't know.
It's just clicking at you.
It's clicking.
Hi there, buddy. Okay. I don't really speak animal.
It looks around and it notices Andy and goes running up to her instead.
I was gonna say I could try.
Yeah.
What do you want, little buddy?
Butters went home.
What was that?
Butters went home.
Oh.
I get nut now.
Okay.
And it holds out its little paws.
What, you're speaking so fast. It's okay. Do you try to give me something?
I get nut now.
He said,
That's
"I get
right.
nut now."
Oh, of course. Fuck, who's got a nut?
I don't carry that.
Somebody
We're in
got
the
my
forest.
nut.
That's actually not what I
Somebody get a
heard
nut.
her say.
Gross.
Yeah, my fiance is right next to me, so if you
Yeah.
hear yeah, that's probably what you heard. Alex,
I just look around
So
the.
you know you're just homeless. I mean, I didn't tell you how desperate you were to not be homeless, but
I attempt to say, "Hey, it's cool that you guys are talking to that squirrel," but and then I point at my leg.
all right, make a wisdom saving throw.
16.
Yep, sounds guttural and like your throat's being torn apart as you say it, but you managed to get all those words out clear.
I guess I'll just rush over with whatever materials I gathered and start. making the
somebody
damn
have a
split.
nut to give the squirrel in a forest.
I guess I can look around for a nut.
I mean, I'll go climb the tree. Just to get this guy off my back.
Can I roll for like survival check or something?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, 19.
You find a tree limb and then you just punch it and a bunch of nuts go falling down right on top of it.
There you go.
It does not know what to do with itself. It's just trying to make a pile in front of it, and then of course the pile falls over and it freaks out and it tries to bring the pile back up and then just tries to grab some more stuff. It's got a whole
It's
day
done.
planned now.
It
So-
looks great.
So, I guess while I'm like working on Rand's leg here, I'll just kind of shout back to Andy's. So, what did the squirrel say?
Apparently, Butter went home.
Butter.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is Butter?
No, Butters is that. Wait, I'm sorry. I can't talk right now, can I? Oh,
you
well,
can
I'll
make
try
it
to. Butters is the druid we met last session, the kid.
I don't remember the name, man.
His name is
Make a
Butters.
You're
charisma
right.
saving throw.
Sure.
Although my dog actually is laying at my feet, his name Butter, but we won't go there.
18.
Oh.
Yeah, Butters
Yep.
is the guy from last time.
Oh, he can talk.
Ish.
I wave my hand like the barely kind of thing.
Eh,
I'm like, eh.
We sort of understand.
All right. So I guess
Yeah, with your roll of 20, you're able to get all the materials you need and come back to Ran and kind of slowly pull his leg back into the proper location,
Ugh.
which isn't as difficult as you would think because it appears that he's not feeling any pain or sensations at all. So you can just pop that
I'm
shit
just
back
gonna
into
walk over
place.
here. I don't want to see that shit.
okay, Ran. You don't feel this, which is very strange. But don't worry about that.
I look very worried.
Wait,
You
can you still use them?
you were dead. You're not dead no more. So
I mean, his leg was broke as hell
Well-
and he was still using it. So I think fixing the leg, he'll still be able to use it.
I suggest
Hopefully
now.
my move speed's not one broken leg worth now.
I suggest we probably make you now wait a minute. Out of character, does he have like any sticks that he can probably lean on?
Like,
Okay,
I've got my
like
staff, yeah.
Staff. Yeah.
I got a staff.
Yeah. Okay, then back into character. You should probably use your staff to, help you walk. Just for you won't fuck up your leg again.
I say I already do that.
You can try.
What's the save? Buddy.
He just
Intelligence.
Oof. 5. Oh, that's a nat 1 actually.
You try to say I will try, but it sounds more like an angry dwarf telling him to fuck off.
now, Rand, calm down.
what?
It'll be okay.
I just lay down.
It'll be
I
okay.
would. I would. Go follow
So,
her, go follow her.
I get back up. So,
I'm stuck.
Bitchwood, weren't you in charge of guarding the druid kid?
I do not remember anybody telling you specifically to do so.
Good
Yeah,
job.
of course he doesn't.
You left us high and dry. Rand died. And this all could have been prevented if you just stuck around.
Yeah, what
Fucking
were you
do your damn
attempting to
job.
do?
I think it's obvious at this point I don't do well under pressure.
Yeah.
I get
Yeah.
closer. I get closer to Brightwood with the knowledge that I know he's freaked out by the demon. I go. I look at him like, well, Brightwood. There could be worse things.
At least Rand isn't all the way dead.
No.
I flip him off.
Make a sleight of hand check.
That's just gonna be dex check for me. I don't have any
I'm
dex.
just gonna be shaking my head the whole time.
It's a 9.
You pull your hand up, and it starts looking like someone having a seizure and trying to give a peace sign. But then you, still shaking, you manage to finally get that one finger out, but it's all curled into itself, so it's like an old granny middle finger.
Great. So, yeah, our wizards. Nah, what's that saying you give, Bitchwood? What's that saying you do?
One foot in the grave.
Winds of Winter?
No, he's 10 foot in the grave. That's what it is.
10 feet in the grave.
He's not even 1 foot. He's
I'm at least half a leg in the grave.
all right. Andy,
Yes.
can you ask us? Can you ask our new squirrel companion where Butters went?
I can try, although he seems pretty distracted by all the nuts.
Hey,
He
that
is
can
pretty
be his
distracted.
payment.
You do remember him telling you that Butters went home.
I don't know where home is at.
Then you are a very bad druid, Leto.
I don't. Oh, wait, home. Oh,
It's from your tribe.
Man, I haven't even been drinking today. That's how bad it is. Okay. All right. I guess
I don't know where home is, but you should know where home is.
They-
have
it's,
no
it's
home.
it's been a while. I can try to remember how to get back there.
Well, we weren't really going home right now. We were following the doors.
That's true.
Eventually later.
I mean, no matter where you guys go, I know where I'm going.
I'm going wherever the hell I want.
Vaughn, as much as I want to help you kill the dwarves, don't get me wrong. I want to help you.
Why did
I know you want to do it. I just point at Ryan and Nim. I'm like, unfortunately, with those two, the way they are, I'm not sure if we can make it out.
Well, then we. Yeah, I don't know. Just gonna say break the chain, but we already tried that.
What you typing there?
Making
Oh,
it
man.
out alive for me really isn't part of the plan.
Vaughn, my plan is to keep you alive. So I don't
Oh, good luck with that.
fucking shit, man.
Gee.
At least think about these two. I just kind of point at Nim and Ran again and kind of like wag my finger at them.
These two, I barely even know these two.
You really gonna let them get their ass pushed in? All
They
right,
did that
all
to
right.
Themselves. I didn't do it.
How about this?
I tried to help. Okay, they're on their own.
Why doesn't Nim just get a piggyback ride from Rand and then Rand can follow?
I have to roll to move my hands.
Yeah.
You want me to carry her?
Sure.
Well, shambling, you don't have to, but when it comes to any like intricate movements, like giving the finger, that would be when you have to make a roll.
Do I have to roll to kill myself?
Okay, how about
It's gonna be
this?
even worse when you come back next time.
How about this, Rand? Vaughn, I take out a coin, and I fiddle with it in my hand. Like, how about this? Let's flip on it.
Oh God. We can't leave him here.
This really isn't up for negotiation.
Mm-mm.
Well, think of it like this. If I get heads, we head back to my my hometown, so to say, and I'll buy you a shit ton of liquor.
I'm gonna pull out a piece of paper. Oh wait, do you think is it harder to write than to talk?
I would imagine so.
Yeah.
Please try.
All right, I'd like to motion Van over and say to him,
You need like a pet or something.
I say to him, if you help me fix this, I'll blow up many dwarves for you.
Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
Sure. 9.
All right. I'm assuming you were also trying to write this at the same time.
No, I give up on that after you said it was really hard.
Well, you
But if
still
the
need
words
to-
don't come out, I can try to write it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would just be a dexterity check. There
That's
you go.
11.
You start trying to say it, and the words are kind of cutting out and being garbled like every other one. So you decide that you're just going to start writing it, and as your handwriting starts becoming questionable, you just make this very like archaic drawing of a bunch of dead dwarves on fire. And then you kind of hold out the paper to Vaughn, and you looked at him and look over at the paper, look back at him, and you just shake your head yes.
Okay, so you can draw.
It's very, imagine trying to draw while in a movie.
Oh god.
Yeah, I just look at him and I say, "You're not going to be lighting anybody on fire anytime soon."
And that's my point, Vaughn. So,
No, my point is, every second we waste, those dwarves get further and further away.
So let's put them on the back of a horse so they don't have to walk and they don't have to do anything, and let's just go.
alright, I pocket the coin. And I go, I look at Vaughn and I'm like, let's you and I take a glance in there then. See what's in the cave.
Oh, we're going in the cave.
You guys stay out here. Andy, please watch Rand and them.
But I like wandering.
You can,
Yeah,
you can
but-
leave silent with us.
That's true.
So Andy can still play.
Alright.
I like wandering and getting lost.
I was just gonna take a glance in the cave, but
Yeah, well, you know what glances do, and you know how long they take.
alright. Alright, let's take
Plus,
a
I might get lost in there too.
I can't
Yeah,
I can't sate Vaughn's hatred, so let me take a glance in the cave.
Bloodlust.
So as you look in the cave, there is about 50 feet worth of tunnel, and
Oh my.
there it starts widening a little bit once you get about halfway through, and you can see some tables on like the sides of the walls. But for the most part, they're all empty and bare, and there's never really anything useful there. There's some maps of the area and a couple of burnt down candles. Some scraps of food that probably been sitting there for far too long to consider edible anymore. And at the end of this tunnel, you
Ooh,
see
food.
that. Yeah, Andy would do that. And at the end of this tunnel, it kind of widens out to about a 25-foot long oval with a ladder going down a cliff edge. There's
Yeah.
probably about 3-4 ladders.
Is there a lot of
Although
light
one
in
of them
this
is
cave?
Huh?
Is there a lot of light in this cave? We can see it really far.
I'm assuming you walked through the cave,
Oh, okay.
like cautiously, obviously, but
Yeah.
with there not being anything left on this level.
Plus I have night vision. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think does Andy? I think she does.
Yes.
Yes.
You have dark
Yeah.
vision. Is that different?
Dark vision, same thing. I just don't remember
Yeah.
the correct term. 60 feet.
Good enough.
Alright.
So I'm gonna walk up to one of those maps and take a look.
You see that it's essentially a map of the area. They've tried to get more of the forest in depth, but the forest maps are a little hard to look at because it's basically a bunch of lines. They haven't colored in anything yet, and you really need it for the map for the forest, so you can't tell the difference between what's supposed to be a tree trunk and a rock formation.
What I'm kind of looking for is key locations.
The ones for the forest they haven't labeled yet, but you see there is a map of Nagaro and what looks like a alcove somewhat to the north of Nagaro that they've been using as a secret harbor for the warship that you stole.
Do we see anything that could be a village, something like Leto's hometown? Does he know the way exactly, or does he going
Yeah,
on vague
weird.
memory?
I'll just say
He's
I'll
randomly
go on
walking.
memory.
Kano would know the way to each of the campsites. What he doesn't know is which campsite they are currently at.
Oh,
Oh, lovely. So we're wandering around in the dark.
all right. I'm gonna take this map.
Yeah, but you got night
with me.
vision. So.
True.
All right, so which map are you taking with you?
The one that shows the secret. Was it
Okay, the secret harbor.
harbor? Yeah. Yeah. I'm keeping
Okay.
that one.
So, what's the word, Vaughn?
I don't need no map.
I think I know where they were going. We can probably afford a detour.
All right. Because I don't
Are we
want.
gonna know how to get back?
Well,
Well, Leto is from this forest, So
Okay.
more than likely, he'd be able to find his way back to the.
Okay.
We'll come back here and see later some other time and see if they decide to make this an encampment again. Especially since there's ladders here. Looks like they entered a cave system somehow. All right. I guess I'll walk out the cave and walk over to Rand. Like, okay, buddy, it's gonna be okay. It's gonna be
I
okay.
just stare at the ground.
No.
I don't even look at
Leto, go ahead and make a perception check.
There you go.
You can't tell whether or not he's dead again or just lying still.
Oh, good lord.
I should probably make a medicine check then. To make sure. I'll just like nudge him with my foot.
That's a medicine.
I look up.
Okay,
He's alive.
there we go.
Alive-ish.
Live-ish.
None of the usual crazy wizard smile on my face.
All that hope gone. Bitchwood! Can you bring one of the horses over?
He goes off and he grabs one of the horses and starts pulling it over.
Does he actually know the difference
I hate
between a
to
mule and a
ask
horse?
you, since you're not.
Well, Giuseppe doesn't really interact with anyone. And,
Okay.
all right. Rolled an animal handling check. They don't freak out because of Rand.
Help me load both Ran and Nim onto the horse for the.
Well, I think we should hold up and do a bit of a rest because I'm pretty injured.
Oh, you want to do
You
the
guys could
rest
probably
now?
use at least a short rest.
Yeah.
All right, we can do that. I'm
I'll
all
just
for
go
that.
wander off.
I'm all for
And
that.
there goes my internet.
I just look back at the ground and don't move from my spot.
There goes your what? Your internet?
Yeah, every time the phone rings here, it has a tendency to disconnect, so we'll see.
Oh, I
Oh.
see. DSL.
Yeah.
Okay. I. Never mind.
Should I roll to get hit dice or?
You guys taking a short or a long rest?
I'd like to take a long rest, but
I'm just gonna go wander off.
I would
I'm
like
fine.
to take a long rest too, just for I can make sure Rand is better off. That's my concern is to have him less mentally disabled than he is already.
Okay.
yeah,
So the longer the better.
you're very optimistic.
So we'll be sleeping forever, got it. Or maybe meditating forever since I don't sleep.
Okay, so right about halfway down the tunnel where it starts widening out, there is enough room for you guys to sprawl out some and be able to rest up for a night.
All right, we'll
right.
go ahead and do that then.
Just slowly mosey on over. Try not to trip.
Yep. So you walk normally, albeit slow and sluggish due to your current physical stature. And you do not even feel the pull of the chain and Nim just being dragged behind you.
Fucker.
Shit. Let's set up the campfire. Turn in for the night.
All right. Who is keeping watch for first watch and whatnot?
Damien.
Yeah, Damien.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Because fuck him.
Because he screwed up.
I don't think Rand's gonna sleep right away.
Well, Andy can always keep watch. So I guess she's not paying attention, right? If she's meditating.
Uh-huh.
I think that when they meditate, they're vaguely aware of their surroundings.
They would basically have disadvantage on perception check, but they would still be able to make a perception check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So Damien's gonna be up.
I'll be a backup.
See if he runs away.
Before we do go to sleep, Bitchwood, if you happen to run away, at least scream loudly enough for everyone else to hear.
Okay. Sounds fair.
He doesn't argue it.
All right, I guess we're gonna turn in for the night.
I'll just go try and pass out immediately. Don't even talk to people.
All right, Rand, you find that it is impossible.
Say that
Cut
again.
out what?
You find that it is impossible for you to sleep.
Aw, of
Oh.
course.
Oh,
Only naps you're taking are dirt naps.
They still
But
no
you are
opinion.
still able to somewhat get the benefits of a long rest. You would roll all your hit dice, but you would only be able to take half.
by the way, I meant to ask you, how's my hit points after resurrection?
I'm gonna say you're at least at 1.
Oh.
I kind of
Right.
figured that's what it was gonna be. That's why I was so insistent on you getting some rest.
So I get how much of that
Right,
back?
doesn't
You
get
said half of my
stabbed
health
and-
back.
Yeah,
Die.
so with the long rest rules we've been using, you would roll all your hit dice. You're a level 4 wizard. That would be 4d6. And then whatever you roll, you actually only get half.
Do I add my constitution to that at all?
Is it a negative?
No, it's positive.
Okay, then you would add your constitution modifier as normal.
So the 4 times. So that's actually going to be 2, 4, 6, 8 plus 8.
Okay.
22, so 11 health back.
Yep.
12 health. BB.
Yay.
How is your constitution modifier saved?
It's plus 2 for every roll. Like
Right,
when you
it's
say
like-
roll a hit die, you add constitution every.
Yes. You know what? Let's just do that.
Yeah, I was just assuming because that's how you level up health.
And I'm going to use the rest for these, right?
All right, I guess we roll it as well. Oh, that's good. Guess who's back in the game?
Not me.
Hey, you're better off today than you were yesterday.
What's the +4? What's that for?
The
Add your
Constitution.
constitution modifier for every die. So
Oh, okay.
I have a +1 in Constitution, so each dice is +1. It's good because I only have like 7 health left. So
I'll be right back.
sounds
Okay.
good. I guess I'll be back too. I'm gonna grab some chips. I've been wanting to grab chips ever since we started.
Well, you know what? My dog actually needs to go out, so I'll be right back.
All right.
Did you know that regardless of the size of the mammal, with a full bladder, it takes an average of 22 seconds for it to empty fully?
Really?
Yes, the things I learned from drunk nerds.
That's true. Like my 2 dogs, one is easily double the size of the other, probably 3 times the size, and they both take about the same exact amount of time.
Yep, I'm assuming gravity.
Hey.
So has everyone recovered?
I just got back.
Yeah, I got full health.
I think Andy's doing something.
Yeah, she's taking a dog out. So I'm assuming that Damien was supposed to for about 4 hours and then pick up someone else.
Yeah. I
Did
guess.
you decide who the second person was supposed to be?
I wonder who didn't need to rest as much.
Well, I don't sleep.
Well, you can't communicate that either.
I can screech.
That doesn't help.
That's basically what Damien was gonna do.
No, but I mean, you can't.
Oh,
tell
you
if
mean I can't tell you that I can't sleep? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And you're probably trying to sleep. It's just frustrating.
Yeah. I imagine it would just rotate through everybody who was not me or Nim at least once.
I got my
I mean,
chips.
I had more than half health left, so I mean, I could probably do it.
Yeah.
Do what? What's going on?
Take over the second half of watch. You know, Damien had first half.
Oh,
What was your health at, Leto?
Here,
Well,
I'm
let's
here.
just-
I'm
it was like 7.
Oh, yeah, you need a full rest.
Yeah, I did. That's why I was kind of reluctant to go in the cave as well. I didn't want to seem like a pussy.
I'm gonna do something that I think Rand would do
Okay.
after realizing he couldn't sleep all night. So I'm guessing this would be what's up?
I'll just say that while you're attempting to sleep, you realize that it's not going to come. And
Mhm.
eventually you're able to look up and see that Damien is keeping watch, but Silent has actually moved around the back of him, still hugging the back of him like she's a sweater, like
Ah,
around the neck.
Ain't that cute?
so I guess I would wait
It
until.
looks like both of them are still up, awake, and Damien is basically going Dear Diary, as she can't actually speak.
Dear Diary.
He's basically talking to her, but it's one-sided.
Gross.
So what were you gonna do? Rand?
Oh, I guess it was when you were gonna take watch. I was just gonna get up and shuffle over and hand you a piece of paper that I'm going to attempt to write on right now.
Yep. Go ahead and make a dexterity check with advantage.
Okay. That one's 14. That one's 15.
Okay. It
Uh,
looks like your normal handwriting.
Okay. The piece of paper says "kill me."
Oh God!
Who do you give it to?
You, when you took watch.
Hmm.
He's
Okay,
thinking about
so-
it.
Damien stops
Oh,
talking.
I'm not just
about-
gonna like murder someone. I'm gonna wait and talk to the group.
Well, I assumed, did Damien go back to sleep after this? I thought Van was the only one awake.
Well,
Aren't
Van
I
Silent,
stops-
supposed-
Silent
Am I?
stayed up.
Okay.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah, I meant like, because you said Van takes the next shift, so I would do it then. Or no?
Okay, so Damien finishes the end of his watch. Him and Silent stand back up, and they see that Rand is kind of not sleeping. Let's see. Damien wants to start crying at that, but Silent just tugs him along over, and they rouse Vaughn awake.
What?
It's your turn for the watch.
All right. So, does he give me this note?
Yeah, after they settled down, I'd probably bring it over.
Yeah, so Damien and Silent kind of just sleep in the same corner.
Okay. And I look over to Rand and I say, "Is this really what you want?"
I guess I attempt to nod.
Yeah, you can nod fine.
Sure.
Hmm.
I
Alright.
just hold up my hands and they're all shaky, and I guess I'll try to do finger guns again. What is that? You said arcane check before or intelligence?
If you're, are you trying to do just the motion or with the magic attached?
Oh, it's gotta have the magic.
Okay, I would do an arcane check.
Okay. 16.
As the little fireworks shoot out of your fingers, they make the word "kill me." Kill me now.
Jesus.
Every moment is agony.
Oh, good
Basically.
grief.
I'm serious. Just finish me off.
Each new set of words is like him shooting the gun.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
hey, it's still making the same stupid face.
And I'm just gonna say, Durand, I don't know if you can die right now.
I'd like to
What, he become immortal?
shoot
Oh,
out
yeah, I guess I'm
some more that
hesitating.
says, "Let's try."
You never know till you try.
Okay, I pull out my dagger
Hi.
and I and I just try to stab him right in the heart.
Okay.
Say goodbye, friend.
Oh my god.
So you just take the dagger out and you just shove it into him.
Yep.
Okay, there's no tender moment attached. It's just, okay, well, knife and...
Well, I don't know him that well.
Okay.
It's fucking Vaughn. What do you expect?
Well, I got permission to kill. Stab. Beyond the fact that the knife goes into him, there doesn't appear to be any actual effect.
And I look at it. Is there any blood on the blade?
There's no blood leaking out. Do you want to pull it back out?
Yeah.
All right, as you pull it back out, there's this kind of really slimy, mucus-looking shit that might have been blood at one point. But there's not a whole lot of it. You definitely expect a lot more of that on the blade.
How do I feel?
You saw the knife go in,
Mm-hmm.
and then you saw it go back out.
Okay.
You don't physically feel anything, but you might have some emotional content you'd like to share.
Well, before you do
I'm
that, I
assuming
kind of
disappointment.
before you do that, I'm just gonna pull the blade out and put it towards his face, and I just go, "Yeah, you can't die."
I just go sit outside.
Nim just gets dragged along behind you. You don't feel it.
Okay.
She has somehow found another rock, and it looks like they are all trying to make out with each other.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Gross. Can I use
They're
my
rocks.
illusion to put a wall between me and her?
That takes voice, doesn't it?
It might. Let me see.
I believe that might be verbal and somatic.
Wizard, inner illusion. Somatic and material.
Okay. I'm assuming that the material is with you, so go ahead and just make a dexterity check. Or arcane, whichever one's better.
Oh, arcane's way better. 19.
Yep, you build that wall much faster than Trump promised, but it has just about as much of an effect, because while you can no longer see her, you're still hearing the rocks clang together and the tongue lashing around.
I just stare at this guy and mentally damn any god that exists.
What are you doing?
There is one in particular that comes to mind.
Yep, that's the one.
What was his name? Frank?
Yeah. That's just, damn you, Frank. That's it. I'll just stay there for the rest of the night with the wall.
Okay. Right about the time you all start waking up, you notice there's a bit of a commotion further in the cave.
Great.
What's that noise?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Everybody?
Sure. Everyone has a chance to hear this.
Oh, good. I'm staying asleep.
Oh, ooh. Andy.
Andy, she doesn't hear shit. Catatonic.
You got an 18?
Mine's on 19. Yeah. I
So
forgot I
Andy,
had my
I'm
what
still sleeping.
you usually just go into this meditative trance because elves are essentially immune to sleep. Somehow you found a way to fall asleep.
I
You
fail.
might not be a full elf after all.
So I forgot to add my modifier. That's a 19.
Yeah, and I got
So
18.
Ran, at some point, yeah, like Ran and Vaughn, but over the sound of rocks clanking together and the tongue just doing whatever it was that we don't want to think about, you hear the sounds of like clanking and bashing and something running into like the stone walls and what sounds like a dwarf yelling while another dwarf is kind of screaming in agony.
I just turn back towards the cave and go, "Arr!" Like screech as loud as possible. Don't try to wake people up.
What? Huh? What? I'm sorry, I fell back asleep.
Is this screech loud enough for us to hear?
Yeah, it's loud enough for everyone to hear, but Rand and Bond are really the only one managed to make out any details of it.
No,
No, he meant
the
me yelling at the
rain.
others to wake him up.
Oh, yeah, no,
Yeah.
obviously, yeah.
All right,
I'm already heading down to check it out.
I'm getting up, stretching, going. What the fuck is going on? I look around, see. So Vaughn is heading towards. Where are you heading towards, Vaughn?
The noise?
Where's the noise coming from?
The cave?
Yeah, but how deep
Where?
into the cave is what I'm.
I don't know. I'm going to check it out.
Eh. Well, Rand, how you feeling? I give a thumbs up and go. You stay here, buddy.
Oh.
That's all the answer I needed. Shoot. Bitchwood, watch Rand and don't abandon him, please.
Can we trust him?
I said please.
Well, no one's gonna kill Rand, obviously.
I don't know this.
Unfortunately.
I'll go ahead and follow Vaughn.
All right, so as Vaughn heads to the back of the cave where the rope goes down, the sounds become a little bit more clear. It definitely sounds like two separate dwarves are having a skirmish or a fight, and one of them is clearly not the victor.
Are they saying anything, or are they just yelling?
Are they far away?
Well, at the top of the ladder, you know that it's below you somewhere, but it's a little bit too dark to see where the bottom is at this moment.
Can I attempt to stealth down the ladder?
Let's go!
Yes. Go
No,
ahead
I
and
want to
make
run and
a
jump.
stealth check. Go ahead and do so with advantage.
Okay.
Actually, you're wearing heavy armor.
Thank God. Oh, never mind. Do I have advantage?
Well, normally you have disadvantage, so with advantage, it would just cancel it. So you
All right,
make the one
so-
roll.
A 2?
Yeah, two's not great.
Oh,
Ever pay up?
So what is the marching order here?
What do you mean?
Well,
Vaughn-
I'm assuming Vaughn went down first. I don't think Leto even touched the ladder yet.
I was
Yeah,
following.
Leto was probably next.
I was following him.
Okay, Leto, go ahead and also stealth check.
I guess just. There you go.
Yep, we're not looking at great numbers here. Are you also wearing heavy armor?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that would just stay at 9. Okay, so as you start going down the ladder, pieces of the rungs just break off, and your
Ugh.
foot just goes down to the next one. And of course, you let out the grunt of "ah, fuck," and then your armor starts clanking, and it's just making all this noise, and you're just sighing in disappointment with yourself, like, the one time I try to not be a loud, angry asshole, and I still basically just sound like this loud, angry asshole going down this thing. So you just give up halfway through, and you get down to the bottom, and you see that the door, the way you land is kind of reminiscent of the layer above, but there's a doorway with a closed door. And as the two of you finally make it down to the bottom of the rung, the door swings wide open, and this one dwarven slaver in black armor and covered in blood just gets launched through it, and he crashes right into Vaughn, bouncing off and hitting the ground. And another one in black armor with a knife out comes up to him and shouts out, "Don't you fucking die on me!" And his knife is covered in blood, and it's very obvious that this is the one that's been stabbing the other one to death.
Were they speaking in common or
Fuck, I'll be
dwarvish?
right back.
They were speaking in Dwarven.
Cat puke.
What
I'll
the
be right back.
Okay.
What did he say, Vaughn?
Apparently they're fighting.
I look at the bloody dagger. I'm like, I just nod my head.
So when the dying dwarf hit Vaughn, he bounced back off, and it landed with his head about 2-3 feet away from Vaughn, but with feet on the other side. When the dwarf comes in and shouts, "Don't you die on me," he grabs him by the ankle and just drags him closer and stabs him a couple more times, and starts asking him, "Where is it? Where is my fucking wood?"
He wants his wood.
That's sick, man.
All right, so I just smile and pull out my blade.
Which blade is this?
Well, it's the only blade I have now.
Is this the one? Is this the enchanted one with the engraving?
Yes.
After he stabs the dwarf a couple times, he sees you pull out the blade, and he notices the runic markings on it, and he goes, "Aye, longsword!"
What? Wait, is this guy in black armor?
Yes, he is a dwarf, and he is wearing the black armor. But then he just stabs the knife into the body again, and then leaves it there. And he has his hands out in like a gesture as he walks towards you, like, "Aha, longsword!"
Do I recognize him?
Make a perception check.
16?
Okay, so first off, that there's only one group of people in the entire world that calls you longsword.
Okay.
It would be,
Do I recognize him specifically?
yes, so you do recognize him as Shit Bucket from Ham Enhancements.
Okay. And I go, what the hell's going on here?
Oh, this fucking asshole. I went to find the druids to find this really, really nice ironwood that was supposed to have all these good qualities to it. And then these motherfuckers show up and give dwarves a bad name, and they take my fucking wood. Also, they kidnap the druids, but mostly my fucking wood.
Did you kill them all?
Oh, no, there's too many of these fucking... gobshite wake stains they are. They reproduce like rabbits.
All right, can I pull out my map and ask him, is this where they're headed? And point to the harbor, the secret harbor.
He steps in closer to you, and he starts looking at the map. It seems like he's got really bad eyes, and this isn't a very well-lit area.
Don't dwarves have dark vision?
He's
I know.
also old as fuck, and he's been hammering
Cataracts.
metal and causing
Okay.
sparks to fly off. You think a few of them might have hit his eyes?
Gotcha.
All right, so he can't tell.
At the moment, he can't seem to tell.
Okay.
He's like, fuck this shit. Come in here in the light. And as he walks past, you notice that there's actually another 2 dead dwarves in black armor. One of which is starting to try to crawl away with one hand, and he just stomps on the back of his neck.
I like your attitude. All right, so can he tell? Can we go to the better light and
Okay, so you all walk into the room, and it
Yeah.
looks more like a minor kitchen / dining area. There is one table that has a bunch of maps and whatnot on it. Nothing that you haven't seen already so far. But for the most part, this is more of a dining area. And there's another 2 dwarves in there that look completely dead. One of them looks like a porcupine. Just he's got a meat cleaver stuck in him. He's got a couple of knives. There's a skewer that also still has like a tomato and part of an onion on the back of it, like it was supposed to go into a barbecue. And he just used it to stab someone instead. Yeah,
Okay.
Shit Bucket went really violent in this room. He's easily killed 5 other dwarves.
So, what exactly is going on in here? I'm assuming they were just talking Dwarvish the whole time.
can I ask him? I was like, have you had any other run-ins with these dwarves before?
Oh, these Wanksteins. No, didn't even know they were here.
So you've never seen them around before.
Oh, not before yesterday.
All right. I just tell him I've had some run-ins with these guys before, and I kind of like show him some scars on my head or face, and I say, and I've been looking for them. Any information you have would be really helpful.
So he goes in closer to you, and he starts putting his like fingers on you, trying to look at all the different scar tissue and like part the hair around, and see the different lash marks that are underneath your hairline. And he goes, "Oh, so you really have seen some shite."
Yeah, you could say that.
These boys, they don't give dwarves good names.
I'd agree.
I'm sorry I had to go through that long sword. But, and then he grabs you by the throat real quick, and he leans into your ear and he whispers, "You frightened my niece again. They're gonna start calling you Broke Sword.
I smile.
'Cause I'll break your dick off."
You can try.
He lets go of you, and is like, "Oh, a man after my own heart. Although the one good thing about you frightening the fuck out of her, she's starting to get a lot of upper body strength here, hauling that giant helm around. But still, you do that again, I'll fucking kill you."
yeah, I gotcha.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, welcome back,
there's,
Andy. You missed a minor dwarven genocide.
Oh, lovely.
All right, so if there's nothing else we can get from him, we're probably just gonna head back to the group.
Righto. I'll probably just try to find me wood. Oh! He looks over at Leto. You like them Elven guys, right?
I'm assuming he's speaking common.
Right, common. I speak common.
Okay, that's perfect. What exactly are you looking for?
Well, no, I'm asking you if you're looking for the Elven guys. Druids.
Oh,
the guys that sell the wood.
Yes.
Good wood. Those long, shimmering planks of the morning wood. And the ironwood.
Ironwood.
And
Now,
the dark wood.
He's telling you about his super hard wood, bro.
I hear that. Yeah.
Super
Didn't
firm.
need to know.
Do I know what he's talking about
Valuable
exactly?
wood.
TMI, TMI.
You can get the general impression that he's talking about the druids, and he's more concerned with the wood that they sell than the actual druids themselves.
Oh, okay.
But he is referencing the druids.
Yes. Yeah, I'm part of them. Yeah.
Right. Well, you probably want to save the ones that got caught with me.
Where are they?
Oh, further back in.
Further.
In cells.
And why did they catch you?
Because I was with them,
Oh,
trying to buy some wood.
oh, I see. I see. Can you lead the way and show me where they're at? I'll be happy to let them go.
And I just say, you didn't say anything about any captives. So
Well, you didn't ask.
Got him.
true.
Right, so the three of us, this is what we do. We're going to light the fuckers aflame, and then we're going to run away and giggle.
Sounds like a plan.
Wait,
How about we just fucking murder them?
what? Yeah,
Right.
like who? There's
Murder the
more.
fuck out of them,
There's
light
more
them aflame,
dwarves back there.
and then run away and giggle.
How many were there?
More than I killed.
Ah, fuck.
Can you count them on your hands?
He looks down at his hands. You notice that one of his fingers is only half there.
That's fine.
Like
Still works.
recently, or
Right, well, however many this is, more than that. And he just holds up his hands to you.
Right.
Vaughn and I can take them.
What am I, chop lover?
Aren't you back there with the group?
I think you're back up on the ladder.
Am I? Oh, okay.
I think
So I
it's
just
just
kind of
us.
stuck. Okay.
Andy's just up at the top. Are we killing things?
What's going on?
I wouldn't
down
mind
there?
moving in.
Hey, come
Yeah, I
down the
kinda like
damn
this
ladder
game.
if you feel so inclined.
Can I slide down the ladder?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. Make a dexterity saving throw.
We'll see how this goes.
Yeah. Hey.
So as you go to slide down the ladder, you realize that this isn't like a solid wood with a smooth exterior.
Uh-oh.
oh,
It's a rope
Oh no!
tied around a bunch of planks.
Oh god.
So each plank kind of has this butted out portion. And as you go to slide down, it keeps knocking your hand out of the way. And you realize you're no longer on the ladder and you're falling. So you go to grab it, and it accidentally catches your one leg as your foot gets caught between as you're falling down. And you just get caught on the ladder upside down.
This is great. This is great.
You take 1 point of damage.
Ow.
Do we see this?
I'm assuming you hear it.
Help.
I
You
sigh
are
and I
caught
start walking towards the ladder. Hold on, I'll be
About
back,
20
guys.
feet up is where her leg is stuck.
Great.
Owie.
And I climb up the. I'll climb up the ladder and I'll try and help her off it without dropping her ass on her head.
Yes, please. I'd be
She
I'd be
is
very
head,
grateful.
She is head over heels in love with this new location. It has to be.
Yes. I love it.
Well, we have to renovate it first.
You have to evict it first.
Yeah.
Nah.
So I'm guessing I'm able to help her down, or do I have to make a roll for that?
I would say strength or athletics. Both of you roll, and we will use the higher of the two. I mean, athletics or acrobatics.
Oh god. Save me.
Yeah, there you go.
So,
Got it.
Uh-oh.
looking at an 8. You manage to like scoop an arm behind Andy's back so that you can kind of lift her up some, get the weight off her leg and get it out of between the two rungs. And as you do so, the squirming is just a little bit something you're not prepared for because the ladder is made out of rope, so it kind of just moves back and forth freely, and the both of you fall
Ah,
Great.
20 feet. Go ahead and both of you make a saving dexterity throw.
I just look over at Ship Bucket. I'm like, you see
Yeah,
this shit I'm
that's-
working with?
That's right. Yep, that's right too. I knew it.
You both take 5 points of damage as you land in a manner not befitting an elf.
ow.
You
Oh,
feel
that's
so
what I get for
casual.
being stupid. Oops.
I dust myself off. I'm only half elf.
But you still
Ouch.
take the 5 points of damage.
I'm not too ashamed of it.
Yep, we are breaking all kinds of elven stereotypes today.
Am I like? Do I have
So
a?
they don't always land on their feet like cats.
brain or anything?
You don't take enough damage to risk any permanent injury.
Okay.
That would be more of a if you rolled 1.
I walk back into the room and I draw both my blades. I look at the dwarf. I'm like, all right, let's take. Hold on, I'm choking on the chip.
And I just say, are we good to go?
Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. I'm getting myself pumped up. Let's do this.
As you joke.
So this is essentially the end of what I could pull out of the crack of my ass.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see if I can pull another hour.
Sure. Let's.
I mean,
wing
if you're
it.
not prepared, we don't have to, so
Yeah.
We don't have to.
I'd rather
Ah.
not do that.
Say the door's locked.
Yeah, that stopped us.
Yeah, we'll just break the
It's
door.
too much. Let's leave.
Well, turns out the door's lost. Hey, Silent, come down here, pick it. Oh, what? You're out of voice range. Hey, shit bucket, just headbutt the doorknob until it opens.
I mean, we could just come back to this next time if you wanted to.
Says the guy who's crippled.
What?
I'll be
What do you
gone,
mean?
so
All right.
I won't be
Uh,
here next time.
Yeah.
I'm thinking fight scene.
I mean, it's up to y'all.
Works for me.
All right. So as you guys regroup and manage to, stand on your own 2 legs, you hear some pounding from the other side of the door. And it sounds
the
like a ram is being battered against it to force it open.
Lovely.
I just prepare myself, have my shield out, sword out.
I'm just gonna leap back. Like, what the fuck is that?
All right. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Da, 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 da. Thing. Jesus, what's with the low balls? Oh,
You're still getting up,
yeah.
stumbling.
Never woke up, and I'm flailing and falling on my ass, and hopefully not my head.
Okay, so Andy got a 4, Vaughn got a 14, Leto got a 13. Is Rand participating?
Oh, I thought I was still there.
I
At the
mean,
mouth of the
technically
cave?
at the moment you are, but if you want to start making your way down,
The ladder seems kind of risky, so I guess I can attempt to.
You want to die. I mean,
You could do what I did.
I mean, if I
What's
have
the
to
worst
be
that can-
alive, I'd rather do it with legs up. So I'll get to the top and I'll attempt to cast Featherfall on myself.
okay. Go ahead and make an
Okay.
arcane check. That is a level 1 spell.
Yep. 7.
Nat 1.
Oh, nat 1.
Yeah, you totally got this. It's magic, mother.
Oh shit.
What happens?
You are pretty sure you cast it.
All right,
Oh,
jump off.
oh God.
No,
You accidentally cast it on Nim.
Ah,
Oh,
So you
okay.
fall down, and Nim goes falling after, and then all of a sudden you are just caught taut by this chain that connects the two of you. And Nim, still making out with her 2 pet rocks, doesn't notice anything that's going on, but you are slowly hovering down to the ground.
I'm Mary
also
Poppins, y'all.
while also being
With him
hanged.
above you.
But it just sounded like.
Because I'm choking.
Yeah, no kidding.
And you can't talk anyways.
So you're gurgle choking.
It's going great.
Okay, so that should be.
I guess I should roll initiative.
Yeah.
They just did.
I know, but
No,
I haven't
yeah.
yet.
Yeah.
6.
Damn.
Okay. So, Vaughn, you hear the banging against the door, but they haven't quite made it in yet. Is there anything special?
I'm just gonna say to Ship Bucket, I'm like, there's something we should expect behind this door.
Aye. Pissed off dwarves.
It sounds a lot bigger than a pissed off dwarf.
Is that a short joke?
Sure, why not?
You're lucky I don't like you, boy.
So what would you do if you did like him?
He kind of
scared
tilts his
now.
head up and thinks about it. Angry makeout session.
God. All right, so I'm just gonna prepare myself to see if this is gonna break through the door.
So now, Leto, it's your turn.
All right, here we go. I'm gonna stand besides the door. Not the way it will open up and possibly smack me in the face if it opens up, but the other side, right next to the door.
Okay, so you're going to locate the hinges on the door and be on the opposite end.
Correct. I don't want to take that chance of getting smacked in the face. And while it's banging, I'm gonna bang on the other side of it with the back of my sword.
Like the flat of the blade or the hilt?
The hilt.
Okay. So you bang on it. They're still banging in succession. It doesn't seem like they're... It sounds more like they're trying to beat the door down as opposed to make a message.
Is there a doorknob?
Yes.
Can I turn the doorknob?
Yeah, sure. That'll be your bonus action.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do that.
So the door swings wide open, and 6 of these black armor-clad dwarves with pale skin and blue war paint on their face come charging through. And you can go ahead and make an attack of opportunity against one of them. In fact, I'm going to say that both Leto and Vaughn are in position to make an attack of opportunity.
Okie doke.
That will miss, unless you have a significant bonus.
I'm looking at my modifier right now. 5. Plus 5.
That just barely hits.
Hey,
That hits the fuck out of them. And Vaughn, you do not have to roll damage because with your Dwarficide origin, you automatically maximum
Max.
able.
Mm.
Yep.
So what
Which
is
is-
your maximum?
That's a good question. 1d8 plus 4 fire damage.
Plus your strength.
Plus 4. So that is 16.
16. You get him right where the armor does not meet. And he is easily injured and bloodied and not knowing where that strike came from.
I guess I'll roll my damage really quickly.
Yep.
There you go. That's right. +1 to that because I have a +1 sword. That's 2.
So as you open the door, you have to quickly sidestep, and it's almost an afterthought, you trying to hit them. But you barely skim one guy, and you basically give him a paper cut. Ah, shit.
That's right. He's gonna be feeling that in the morning.
He's going to be feeling that, always, because forever.
Paper cut.
Ooh.
Those are the worst.
Oh, that bloody stings.
Hmm.
But you finally notice there's about 6 of these guys that just go flooding in. And they don't even notice that you're there. It seems like they were trying to run away from something else quick. But now that they're in another fight, Shitbucket doesn't have a weapon in his hand. Okay, so he goes after the one that Leto go. And he tries to hit them, but it turns into this gigantic bear hug. And they're just kind of struggling to deal with each other. He's kind of locked eyes with him. And it's definitely all kinds of awkward for everyone. You don't know if it's one of those romance scenes or if this is still combat.
Of course.
But now, Andy, you just had a half dozen dwarven slavers just flood into the room.
Fuck me. Hi. I'm assuming, are we gonna attack these guys, I guess, since we already started to?
Well, since you already started to, it might be too late to negotiate this peacefully.
Yeah, of course, because you guys always have to go guns blazing.
Hey, I didn't want to go down here.
We don't have any guns.
You do. Finger guns.
Yeah, maybe.
Which is his most effective
Alright.
means of communication at this point.
Shit, I'm assuming these guys are close. Like if I pull out my bow, it's gonna be kind of useless.
I'm going to say you're in the back of the room, so it's still possible to use it.
Okay, I'll pull out my bow then. And just try
Okay.
to stay back as far as I can. Just
Now,
for
also,
now.
since you all had a long, your spell slots have been restored.
Mm-hmm. Let's stick with the bow for now. Can I go ahead and attack, I guess?
Yes.
Let's see which one to hit. Oh gosh. Let's hit. I don't know. Which one do you guys want me to attack?
It's up to you. What do you think
just gonna
would be the most
Use
beneficial?
a random target then.
Okay, so one of the fresh-faced ones that's not
Mhm.
near one of your allies to try to
Okay.
reduce the risk of accidentally hitting him.
Let's go. Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
Shot goes wide. You're just so concerned with hitting one of your own people, and you completely forgot which one Shitbucket is. You decide that you're just gonna do a warning shot.
Oops.
Calm the fuck down! I have a bow.
Yeah, pretty
Shouldn't
much.
me and Leto have gone before Andy?
You did.
We can attack of
that was an attack
opportunity.
of opportunity.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, your attacks of opportunity were your reactions, but your turn was getting into position.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
On their turn, the door burst open.
I gotcha.
Okay, so now, Rand.
Am I on the ground yet?
Let's see what the rate of descent for that is. No. Next turn. Next turn, you will be able to make it all the way to the. In the
Sure.
meantime, you get the sweet soundtrack of Nim seducing herself.
Great.
Do we have Quiet and Damien with us?
They were up at the top.
All right.
And now that they are starting to hear the sounds of struggle, they are looking down and they are just seeing Nim making out with herself while Mary Poppinsing it. But there are two other ladders, so now they start descending on either side, and they basically catch up with Rand, and they look over at you, and they're very concerned about the current situation.
I just hang there helplessly.
And so you just hang there lifelessly, and they don't know if you're dead or just being lifeless. Because for all intents and purposes, it looks like you're being chained. You're being hanged by that adamantine chain.
Yeah. It's pretty par for the course.
Jeez.
Right. So now we go back to Vaughn. The one that you first attacked is now being bear hugged by a shit bucket.
Oh yeah, this is 60 feet per round on Featherfall.
Okay, yeah. So at the start of your next turn, you have your full turn.
Cool.
All right, so the one closest to me is one shit bucket is strangling.
Yep. And it's also the one that you got the hit off against.
So he's just grappling it?
Yeah, he's basically doing like this bear hug with his hands clasped around the other side. Oh, you think you can overpower me, boy? Oh, you actually smell good.
Okay, is there another one near me? I mean, how many is like within attack range?
I'm gonna say there is another two that you could get to.
Can I hit the
one of
that...
which has a paper cut looking scar across the cheek.
Yeah. Can I try to attack that one? That's the one I'm gonna
Yep.
go for.
Yep.
All right.
And I'm gonna say you have advantage on this because you're flanking him with.
23.
Oh,
So you automatically deal max damage. And that's
16.
Okay, so he is looking really, really bad. You just added to that paper cut, and now like half his jaw seems like it's just missing. He's got this huge gash going across his face, and it's just pouring blood out.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying this. Vaughn's loving this.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
they wear blue war paint. Vaughn wears red war paint made from the blood of his enemies, who are almost always exclusively dwarves.
Yeah, he's got that crazy guts, smile on. Angry smile.
Yep. So, Leto, you basically see a fountain just pour all over Vaughn's face, and he's just bathing in it right now.
Oh shit.
Ew.
He's having a good time. There you go. So we're down to 5 dwarves, I'm guessing. Yeah.
No, there's still 6 of them,
no.
Oh, there's
but
Ah.
2 of them are pretty bad off.
okay. See, I wanted to burn them all, but I think everyone's too close to them to do that.
I'd say it would be possible to move your way to the other side of the door and use burning hands to hit 2 of them.
Yeah, I'd rather just chop them with my sword if that's the case. It's all or nothing for me. If I can't get the group, what's the point? I'm gonna go stabby stab.
Stabby stab.
Oh shit.
That's
Not
Vaughn.
enough red.
Relax.
Although it's nice to see what his O face is when he's got that murder.
That last one.
Ugh.
Psycho.
Okay, gonna attack the nearest dwarf near me. +5. What was that? 5,
16.
16.
All
Thank
right,
you.
so the nearest one towards you is the one you're flanking with. So you actually,
Sorry, didn't hear any of that.
you have advantage. Roll again.
Okay. This one's gonna be a 1 though. Ah, it would have been funny though. 19. Right?
Okay, so you deal your damage to him.
All right, here we go. I hit D10 instead of D8, but yeah, that's my fault.
Well, 6 plus mods. What is your mod?
6 plus mod. I know I have the +1, and then my strength counts into that, right?
Yep, I think that's a 3.
Yeah, my strength is 3 plus 1 sword, so 4.
Okay, so you managed to just. How would you like to finish this one off?
He's not looking at me, right?
No, he's facing the other direction.
Straight through the back of his skull.
So you just do a quick little jab with your sword. It goes through the back of his head, and as he's giving out that yell of agony from Vaughn slashing him in the face, the sword just goes right out through the center of his mouth, with another stream of blood following it that just splashes Vaughn in the face.
Extra fountain. There we go. He's done. I kick him off to slide him off my sword.
Yeah, Bucket sees that happen, and he's like, "Oh, it doesn't say much for a silver-tongued fucker."
I think that ends my turn, right? Yeah.
Yep. All right, so now it goes back to Shit Bucket, and he just starts headbutting this guy. And let's see. Yep, and he has advantage because he's being flanked, and he's actually holding the gun to the guy. He's making an attack that doesn't require his hands. So he actually managed to crit on that. And he just headbutts this guy again and again. And it looks like Shitbucket breaks his own nose in the process. But he just keeps going at it. And he manages to just headbutt this guy to death.
Oh!
Beat him senseless.
So you see this dwarf just go limp in Shitbucket's arms. And he lets go of him. And you notice that his Bucket's nose is just crooked and gushing blood. And there's like a bunch of impact marks on his forehead that knocked off his helmet from all the headbutting. And he's just, he has the same smile on that Vaughn has. Andy, it is now your turn, and you see 4 of these black armored dwarves.
Yeah, now we can pet your belly. Oh,
Sorry, what was that?
Perfect time to come right back in. Oh yeah, I get to touch your belly. I'm like, oh. Okay.
She had surgery, so we're checking her out.
Oh, the cat.
No, dog actually.
Okay, yeah, either way.
You pet a cat's belly, you'll be dead.
I pat my cat's belly all the time.
Oh, really?
Show him who's boss.
All the damn cats, I rub their stomach every day. I
When
flip
it
'em.
scratches
Okay.
you, you have to show no pain to assert your dominance.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Anyways, I was gonna attack whichever one's the weakest. Whichever one looks
Currently,
the
the
most
ones that have
weakest.
been attacked have recently just fallen. So the 4 that remain are actually still in good shape.
Whichever one looks to be the worst out of that, then.
Whoever has a cold.
Pretty much.
Migraine.
That
One
one's
of
got
them
Anthony
just
Foot
sees
take
2
him
of
out.
his buddies die, and he's oh shit! And Andy just sees him and just goes, "Got it!"
Oh.
Or douche? Or do I? You're doing great.
You just rolled
Yeah.
a 2, didn't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I did.
And let that be another warning, because I have a bow.
And I don't know how to use it.
You're not used to firing indoors. It's always been like an outdoor thing, so you're assuming there's going to be wind picking up. So you keep aiming towards where you think the wind is going to be, and you're in a cave. There's no wind.
Yeah, almost hits Vaughn in the head. What the hell?
Just flies right in front of his face. So
Oops.
none of them have a bow.
Wasn't
This
me.
is
It's like drops
suspicious.
bow. La 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 la.
No, she puts it back on her back and is like, "Oh wow, I wonder who's got that bow." I mean, obviously it can't be me. And then the bow is longer than you are, so you see the top of it behind her.
La 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 la.
Rand, you have made it to the bottom floor.
Cool. I'd like to. Nim's basically weightless at this point, right?
Yes, I'm going to say that when you move, she'll basically just be in midair, floating behind you.
Or
Awesome.
I'm gonna hold her like
spellcaster.
a shield
There you go.
Oh god.
and take out my dagger. So with my left
Okay.
hand, I just want to hold her whole body in front of me.
All right, go ahead and make a dexterity check for those two actions. Just the one check.
Coordinated enough.
Sure.
Just don't get a 2.
Fucking
Two.
shit!
God damn it, Auntie!
I said don't get a 2 and you got a 2. That's too much.
Your strength is a -1, correct?
-2.
A -2. Okay. So as you go to pull out your knife and use Nim as a human shield, you manage to get her in front, but you accidentally do so by stabbing her with the knife. So she takes 1 point of damage.
And probably hit you back.
What size blade is that?
In fact, she does
think-
not seem to notice.
So that's my new blade handle, or shield handle, I guess. Shield handle.
All right, but basically you have a human shield.
Good. I advance into the room.
All right, so as you make it into the room, you can see that everyone is essentially on the other side in this.
You cut out. I'm not hearing anything you're saying right now.
All right, so as you march your way into the room, floating human shield,
Hmm.
you notice everyone is on the other side in the middle of this skirmish. Go ahead and make a quick wisdom saving throw for me.
Sure. Three. How do I keep forgetting? 16.
Hey.
Unfortunately, that is just not enough. You notice the bodies of the dead dwarves on the ground, and you gain this insatiable hunger.
I fucking called it!
Oh god.
I fucking called it!
That is just out of reach, too, because you needed an 18.
Oh.
Gotcha.
But you can't really control yourself, and you just go down onto your knees and start prying the armor off of these dead dwarves, and you just start trying to rip into their flesh and eat them.
Hmm.
Do we see this?
Fuck.
Uh,
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me with advantage.
Oh god.
Wait, who?
Yeah, I guess. 4.
What the fuck did you do,
but
Rand?
Advantage.
7.
All the dwarves stop fighting, and they see you eating this dead guy on the other side of the room.
Oh,
But
hey.
they soon they soon figure that, well, not my problem yet, and they go back to the fight.
Did I manage to get the oh hey out?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
Fuck. Gonna have to have a long conversation with this bitchwood after this.
That's the spirit.
So do I get any hit points back or anything?
Yeah, you get 2 hit points back.
Oh, look at that. Watch out, world.
Being a zombie is not a burden. It's a perk.
That's pretty. You want it? I'll trade you.
Nah, you're good.
Yeah. I mean, that demon thing seems pretty bad. You sure you don't want to switch?
No. I can deal with her. As long as if I ignore her, she won't do anything.
Alright. Yeah, so that's the turn, I guess.
That's what you think.
She's gone meta! Rat!
Rand just picks up the dwarven body and just starts running with it. Ah, she's got meta!
Oh shit.
So now we are to Vaughn. It is currently your turn, and you've just noticed a hovering Nim attached to a very hungry Rand.
Yeah, that's why earlier I said that's the spirit.
It doesn't seem to be stopping any of the dwarves, so why would it stop Van?
Yep, so I just keep going. I'm just going on my murder spree. Next one closest to me, I'm just gonna swing wildly.
Yep, go ahead and make your attack roll.
You gotta hit him with like a one-liner or some shit.
Oh, once again, 21.
Blackjack.
16 points of damage.
You caught him right as he's looking over with a disturbed look on his face, seeing hungry Rand
Yeah,
just
I'm just
go
like-
down and chomping all over his one breast and arms, and you just go bah! Right in the face.
I'm like, die, fucker!
I have feelings, you dick.
What?
He's basically holding
my
his
feelings.
nose and yelling, "Al, I have feelings." Yeah.
Did you break his nose with your sword?
16 points of damage, yeah.
Jesus.
So, Leto. There's
I
one of them holding his nose, and another 3 that are just not even in the fight yet.
was wondering, shitface over there. I was wondering if I can possibly toss him one of my swords while before he can have a weapon.
Oh, shit bucket.
Yeah, shit bucket.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength athletics check.
14.
Yep, it goes flying through the air, and just as shit bucket is about to catch it, one of the other dwarves catches it and goes, "Ha ha!" And the shit bucket just decks him right in the face. Sword goes flying up, and he grabs it midair.
Perfect.
You already took my fucking wood.
Don't want that to happen.
Gross.
Yep.
All right.
So, Andy, there is one holding his broken nose. There's another one lying prone on the ground that was just decked in the face for trying to steal Shitbucket's new sword. And the other 2 are just, they're wondering how their days are constantly going this badly.
Let's hit one of them. I'll try to.
One of the fresh ones?
Yeah. Oh, God.
Either way, it doesn't look like it's gonna happen.
God damn it.
And this is your 3rd and last warning!
God damn it. Let's just see what happens. I want to see what it'll do. Yeah, that's it's going up, at least. God.
Before I give you your 4th and last warning.
No kidding.
Wow.
I can't hit the broadside of a
You know,
barn today.
this might be a good place for Andy to settle down. But if you ever have to defend it, just give it up. Just let them have it.
Yeah, maybe I can make some animal friends or something.
Fucking purple worm.
Or the bats. It's a
Hey,
cave.
you got Frog King.
That's true. Little Frogger can do it.
Frog King.
As you see on her shoulder, hiding behind the hair, there's the frog just face palming like, I don't understand. You're an elf. This is the one thing you're supposed to be good at.
yeah, I know. I don't get it either.
You can't drink. You're not good diplomats, but you know how to fire a bow and do a backflip. What are the two things you have not been able to do?
I didn't know I couldn't do a backflip.
Going down the rope.
Oh, okay, yeah. Technically, I wasn't trying to do a backflip, but yeah.
Try to do something much simpler.
So who's up?
Rand, would you like to make a wisdom check, or are you happy with your happy?
I will make the check. Yes, please. 12.
Okay, this one is significantly easier because you've gotten the flesh into your.
Oh, good.
So you are able to pry yourself away from the corpse without losing any part.
You keep cutting out.
So you
Yeah.
are able to pry yourself away from the corpse without losing any part of
You.
Damn it! What is the last word? Part of my what?
without losing any part of your turn.
Okay, cool. I'm just gonna leave. I don't want to eat any more people.
Oh, but you do.
I'm gonna go out the door.
Alright, so just back at the ladder.
Yep.
All right, so there is another dwarven corpse that you haven't eaten yet at the floor. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
11.
this is too funny.
You pick up one of the limbs and you just drag it with you as you go up the ladder.
I'm surprised he hasn't nommed on Nim since he stabbed her.
Well, she's not dead.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
just floats behind you.
Hmm.
Which is a very confusing sight for both Silent and Damien, who are now seeing you covered in blood, dragging a corpse along with you, just going back up the ladder, while Nim slowly follows, hovering in place, with a
Hey,
knife
guys.
sticking out of her.
It's going well.
Yes. All according to plan. Vaughn, it is now your turn.
Okay,
In
so
front of
how
you-
many? Okay, go ahead.
All right, so in front of you is the one holding his nose that you struck previously. On the ground, slightly further ahead, is another one who's kind of holding his cheek because he was just decked in the face by Shitbucket. And then the other two are between, Andy and Leto.
Okay.
Don't hit me.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to impale the guy that I broke his nose. That one.
Yep.
23.
You get a lot of 18s.
Apparently today's my day.
Today's a good day to kill dwarfs.
So another 16.
Yep. So how would you like to finish him?
Just like I said, just impale him. Just try to like lift him into the air, basically, as he's being impaled,
So
and then
you-
just fling him to
so-
the side.
So with him being distracted by holding his nose, you take your sword and you just put it right between the two armor plates and you just slowly shove it in. And then you change the angle of it so that when you shove it in further, it gets caught on the back of the armor. And you just lift him up in the air before flinging him off to the side of the room.
a big shower of blood trail as he flies there.
Blah.
Jeez.
Gross.
Hey, you're not here anymore.
That was me, not Rand. Rand is very into that right.
Leto. There are 3 dwarves in front of you that you can see.
I'll pick the one that got decked in the face.
Okay, so he is lying on the ground. You have advantage.
I'm gonna need it.
Oh,
I am gonna need it.
that was a nat one.
Yeah, but I have advantage.
Oh.
See?
Oh!
Got him.
Opposite ends of the spectrum.
I got his ass. Let's see
Yep.
Let's see how hard I got him.
You might want to rephrase that.
No, no.
He wants to get him hard so he can.
It's
get better
sexual.
against
It's
Woodbag.
sexual.
8.
Okay, he is definitely not looking too great.
This time I remember to hit D8 and not D10.
Yep. So he is he's starting to look pretty bloodied and not in good shape. You basically just curb stomp the shit out of him while he's on the ground.
Perfect. That is my turn.
All right, so as a reaction, he's going to try to just thrash out and hit you with his weapon, but he's going to have disadvantage because he's lying prone. And with disadvantage, he got a natural. Would you like to narrate his natural?
His natural 1, you're saying?
Yes.
I just hear 1. So he's basically gone, huh?
Potentially.
All right. I guess when you saying he's trying to swing with his weapon?
Yes, he goes to swing with his weapon, but he gets a natural.
I'm gonna kick the weapon out of his hand and then kick his face.
Okay. So I'm going to say that attack hits. Go ahead and roll 1d4 plus your strength.
Keep forgetting my strength. 3.
That's your most important stat.
My brain ain't no good. 7.
Same.
All right, so this guy is looking all sorts of torn to pieces. When you kick him, it goes right in his nose, and you can see that the small pieces of bone that actually make up the nose, they go forced out the left side of his face.
Don't swing at me, bitch.
I might consider that later. And then Bucket, having the weapon you gave him, goes, "Oh, I think you should think about that now," and then just stabs him in the side. Yep, and he definitely hits. That is a D8, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so he manages to just finish him off as he just pokes the sword right into the side of his neck.
All right, Bucket.
All right, so Andy, you said this is going to be the last session that you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so rather than ask you to roll an athletics check, you feel someone come up behind you and put you into somewhat of a headlock and start dragging you through the room.
Oh fuck. Ah!
And this person is unbelievably strong. You can't seem to get free of their grasp. And what everyone else sees is this girl about 5'6". It looks like she's a human female. She's
Mhm.
got dark hair, kind of tied back into a ponytail that's wrapped around her neck a couple of times. And she has like these dark kind of brown freckles going across her otherwise pale skin.
Hmm.
And she's got this like bandage wrap going around her chest, and her legs are covered in what looks like sabatons and greaves, like heavy armor, along with
Mhm.
her hands that are also wearing heavy gauntlets. But the rest of her seems to be completely open and unarmored.
Help!
And unfortunately, to take it even further, she bashes right into Vaughn, preventing him from being able to get off an attack of opportunity. And she goes rushing through the open doorway. Vaughn, go ahead and make a perception check. Vaughn?
Yep. No, I'm making it right now.
Okay.
10.
Okay. There is something very vaguely familiar about this person, but you know for a fact you've never seen her before.
Okay.
And as she goes and pulls Andy past the room, she turns around and faces you before kicking a door. And you notice there's underneath the ponytail wrapped around her neck is this iron kind of gorget looking piece of, and it has dwarven runes on it. And you make out the word worthless before she kicks the door, and it goes bursting open, and this green leafy tentacle with green orb goes pouring out of that doorway and into the room you're in.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
What?
That's right. Remember when that thing fell into the hole?
Oh,
What? No!
no! I don't have to deal with it. Woo!
You're going into that. What are you talking about?
No, it came into the room you're in.
Fucking shit! No!
Yeah. Andy's going on a field trip.
Yep. Bye.
Did we see this?
Yes.
I look at Vaughn. I'm like, we can't do this. You know this. We can't fight this thing.
And as it comes bashing into the room, it knocks into one of the dwarves in blackguard armor, and it knocks his sledgehammer out of his hand. And you see that it's got that shock enchantment that they use to subdue and capture people. And as it hits the tentacle, the electricity goes flying out, and it gets absorbed into this leafy arm of the shambling mound. And you see it actually grow as the electricity hits it.
Fuck. Fuck. Shambling mounds love electricity.
Yes, they do.
We're like 10. We're 10 ways of fucked here. There is no
I might
way
get
we
fucked
can.
too. You never know where I'm going.
You're better off. Got zombie boy. You got fucking shambling mound.
I'm helping.
He's cleaning
Yeah,
up.
Rand is on cleanup.
He's cleaning up all the fucking corpses.
Yeah, he knows that Andy is constantly looking for new places to not be homeless in, and he figured this cave would be a nice place. You know, once you get rid of the corpses, you got to decorpse it.
I just shot at Vaughn and like, Vaughn, let it clean up the rest of the dwarves.
It.
Yes, it.
The shambling mad.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's back off because we can't fight this thing.
Well, where do we have to go from here?
Opposite direction of the mound.
Is that the way we came in?
That would be the way you came in.
As in, it came in from the opposite way, the safe way. So
Right. And Andy and that other girl went the other way.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
I strongly urge a retreat, even though we're winning.
So you don't think there's any way we can fight this?
No, no, I don't.
Oh man.
Especially since it just sucked up some fucking health.
I mean, does it seem hurt in the fall?
It seems stronger because of the electricity.
You really only see the one limb.
Yeah, the
And
one
that
tentacle.
limb does seem a lot larger than when you first fought it.
All right. All right, I'll agree. We probably need to retreat since we couldn't even hurt this thing before.
Yes. We're gonna have to come back for Andy later. I just I wonder, can we disengage from? Well, I'm not even sure if it's our. We gotta wait until it's our turn.
Yep. So the tentacle thrashes around and it smacks the dwarves around a little bit. It's definitely not in. It doesn't look like you're in its threat range, so you could leave without it getting an attack of opportunity off on you.
All right, let's fucking get out of here. Shit bucket, let's get out. We don't want to fuck with this thing.
Well, what about my wood?
Apparently, we got wood trying to kill us, so let's get the fuck out.
He pulls out a flask of alchemist fire, and he goes, "But I'm still gonna light the fuckers aflame and then run away and giggle."
Whatever makes you happy, man.
So he just flings it at the tree branch, and it bursts into flames, and it starts freaking out a little bit more, and it basically finishes off the rest of the dwarves. And as you run out of the room, you see Shitbucket just kind of skipping along with his stubby little legs going,
Okay.
I need to work on my giggle.
I just
But
I fucking-
still, promise is a promise. I lit the fuckers aflame and ran away and giggled.
I beeline it out the fucking door.
Yeah, there's a lot of smoke just starting to rise up and fill the cavern.
So maybe you walk into a wall.
Where
There's enough light that you can see where the rope is.
am I all the way up the ladder already?
Yes, by now you would have made it all the way up.
Okay.
Would you like to let go of the dwarf you're holding?
Yeah, that was my next
Okay,
question.
go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw.
8.
So you let go of it, and it falls down next to the ladder, and it just lands right on top of. That's fortunate. Shit bucket.
Hey.
Oh, you wee wank-stained gobshite fucker!
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Oh, hey, I got my knife back. He just
So-
pulls the knife back out of him and puts it in his sheath.
So I'm at the top now. Is our bonfires still lit from camping?
I'm gonna say that it's died down enough that it's possible to stoke it back up.
I'd like to
Otherwise-
stoke it up and then jump in.
Okay.
God damn you!
What?
I have to find a way to die. What's up?
Yeah. So, how would you like to stoke the fire back up?
Throw in whatever wood that's nearby and then use prestidigitation to relight it.
You were just on a suicide rampage.
I will not be denied. So you have to do a quick survival check to find the wood,
Sure.
and while you're out searching for the, I'm gonna say the rest of you can make it back up to the top layer where Rand is.
11.
All right. So you
I
find
had mostly meant just whatever would be in the cave, but if I find more out there.
Well, in the cave you have a table.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm
Okay.
gonna dip out since Andy's been abducted. So
Okay,
All
so
right.
the final thing that Andy sees is you're dragged to a much lower, and you see that there is an underground lake, and there's a little rowboat in there, and you're shoved
Okay.
in, and you see this figure in a iron mask and yellow robes. And before you can react, he just puts his hand on your forehead and you go catatonic.
Mm.
And then you just row out of the cave.
Okay.
Well,
Nice.
Okey-dokey.
same fate
So-
as Vaughn.
So thank you for
Yep.
joining us for the few sessions that you were able to. Maybe we can get that Sunday schedule going again. Or for the first time.
Maybe. I know I'm probably going to be working both days, so
Ah.
for right now. Yeah.
Well, there's an opportunity for Andy to come back.
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks
it's
for
been fun,
playing with
guys.
us. Yep.
That's fun.
Sorry about your rolls.
Yeah, they're all spectacular failures.
If only
think
she
I got
couldn't
nat
aimed
20
at the
once.
person that kidnapped her. And that's my fifth and final warning shot.
All right, well, let me see. How do I get out of here? I forget how to log out.
It's the little button at the bottom left of the hang up phone looking thing.
That's not what I wanted.
You see where it says
That's
voice
not-
connected at the bottom? To the right
I'm
of
on the
that.
wrong screen. I'm on my phone.
Oh, well,
Uh,
then it's just a big red button.
is there a way to? Okay.
Or you could just sign out of Discord completely.
Yeah,
She's
just
already
close
got-
the app. Okay, so as everyone else makes it back up to the top layer, you see Rand has dragged the leg of a table over to the campfire, and he is attempting to cast Prestidigitation to spark up the flames.
What you doing there, buddy?
Oh, nothing. I'm gonna cast it.
Go ahead and make an arcane check.
Sure. Oh. 16.
Yep, that is definitely enough to get it into a roaring fire. And I assume you just sit on the edge of the table of the leg that is in the fire.
Well, I was gonna say something first. I'd be like, thanks for the attempt. It's a little botched, but maybe next time. I'm gonna jump in the fire. Just belly first. Just belly flop into the fire.
Goddamn, Rand.
Okay.
I
So
guess-
as you do this, that turquoise shield pops up again, and it just has a repelling force that automatically puts the fire out.
I throw the skull down the stairs. And then retry.
As you go to throw it, it's stuck in your hand. And as you look at it, you realize that it's actually biting you.
Great. Can't even die right.
Okay. Bitchwood, is he here?
He's hiding behind Vaughn.
You made a zombie, man.
Well, that was never my intention.
Yeah, but it happened. He's eating dead people.
Better,
don't want
better
to.
than eating alive people.
How long you think that's gonna last?
Violent stopped that after half a day.
Great. Rand, buddy.
Hmm?
Yeah. We're gonna help you out, man. We're gonna help you. We'll help you.
Okie dokie. He just looks like really frazzled right now. He's like, he can't die.
But I'm gonna need you to not eat us.
I don't want to, if that helps.
You say that.
I know what I would see.
But you did eat a couple dead corpses on your way out.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too keen to that. I think I got a lot of dwarf stuck in my teeth. It's gonna take at least an hour to get that all out.
On the bright side, though he looks dead as hell, his teeth are still immaculate.
Oh man. Rand's pearly whites.
So, Damien, is there any way to reverse this?
I mean, I've really only done this on Rand and Silent, and Silent's perfectly fine.
Wait, you did this to Silent?
Yes. And then Silent standing next to him just kind of gets this upset look, and then she just punches him in the dick, and he goes down.
Hey, Damien, I got a question for you. Why didn't you mention the eating people bit? Or anything else?
A little bit too much happened. Kind of forgot. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah, you forgot that it makes you eat people. Okay. I'm gonna take my dagger out and attack Damien.
Your dagger's not on you.
Okay, whatever I got. I think I got a stick. I'm gonna just go start hitting him as hard as I can.
Okay. So whatever random stick.
I think,
Pull
no,
out-
my stick, my arcane staff or whatever.
Well, you said whatever random stick, and I rolled for the ebony rod.
Sure.
Fucking shit.
Alright, cool. Turn him into a frog. What do I roll for that?
You would roll a basic melee attack, and then he would make a saving.
So just a d20 or 14.
What was his arm? Come on, Damien. That just barely misses him as he uses his cowardly wiles to roll out of the way and try to hide behind Silent as a human shield.
Seeing the stick that was just pulled out, I'm gonna try and stop Rand.
All right, make opposed athletic checks.
I just go kill me or kill him. I don't know which.
I'm just gonna try to stop you. That's about it. Just like physically
Yeah.
stop you. And you did better than me. So
What the fuck? I got a 16. You got a 10.
Thank you. Oh. So as Leto goes to grab the ebony rod out of your hands, you basically just see that coming and go whoop, pull it back up out of the way.
Gotcha.
okay, I'm gonna appeal to you then. Rand, slow down, man. We still need them. You don't know if you can. What will happen? You need them. You need them.
I just grab my head and start going, I didn't ask for this. I didn't ask. And obviously not laughing. It's a very serious matter. Just get
I
up.
know you didn't ask for it, buddy. I know you didn't ask for it. But I need you to calm down.
Hmm.
Here, why don't
I'm
you?
I'm
Why
rolling a
don't-
d2 to see if I calm down. 2 is calm down, 1 is not.
Ah, sh-
I try to push Silent out of the way.
All right. Make an opposed athletics check. And score a natural 20.
Oh, it's a 12.
Okay, she scored a natural 20. You go to push her aside. She does this judo jujitsu arm lock and just pushes you to the ground while holding your.
Oh, thank God. All right. I haven't seen Silent eat any people that I'm aware of.
I'm like, that's a fair point.
So let's just assume that your hunger will just go away.
Well, at least I'm able to talk now, so that's working.
Yeah, it's progress, right? Your brain's working, right?
I hope. It's alright. He's got one more chance. Tell me fucking everything we need to know right now, or it's done. What else is gonna happen to me?
Damien just kind of holds his hands up, not really knowing what to say.
Can he ask his god?
Silent, please. Did anything else happen?
So when Vaughn asks, "Can you ask your god?" Damien just kind of puts his hands up and waves them back and forth, like, "No, I don't want that."
Oh,
I
we
know
don't
if
care
you-
what you want.
Well, I don't know if you realize this, but he's kind of a.
You keep cutting out on the last word.
He's kind of a dick.
I don't know if you guys realize this, but he's kind of a dick.
Yeah, I realize.
Oh, we met him.
What?
Yeah, you were out.
When? When? When?
When you were out.
When you fell off your horse.
I don't have a horse.
Your mule.
Shit. Kind of important information.
Not really.
Almost as important as fucking Rand turning people into frogs.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. He does that shit.
And why didn't you tell anybody about that?
Well, I think Zombie Rand is a little higher up on my priority list than Frog Rand. I didn't know what he would do if I told anyone.
Well, I didn't know he was going to eat people. I'm just saying that Damien's god is a dick.
All right, I want to plead with Silent to tell her have her communicate to me what to do, since she's been through it.
Since you were acting a lot more peaceable now, she lets go of your arm. But
Okay.
she also kind of just shrugs her shoulders before pulling out a piece of notepaper. And she writes down, I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I think the worst is over for you now.
Hmm.
See, buddy? It's gonna be okay.
So this is something that just wears off after time?
She kind of just shrugs her shoulders.
Is this why you don't talk?
Yeah, she pulls back the scarf she wears as a hoodie,
Hmm.
and you see that there is a scar going all the way around her neck.
Hmm.
And she's also wearing a blue chip necklace from the port of Nagaro that was given to her because of her inability to speak, was seen as a handicap.
Gotcha. Weird.
Yeah, I'm sorry, didn't know.
So do I still have that hole in my heart from Van? One?
Yeah, so that hole is still there, and it doesn't look like it's at the moment.
I just poked my own heart a couple times.
You stick your finger in, and it's a hollow cavity.
Oh. Hey, Silent, can you die?
She kind of looks up, and she brings her hand to her chin and starts thinking about it. You can tell by her posture, she really doesn't know.
Hmm.
Oh shit.
Okie dokie.
I look to I look to Brightwood and I go, if I die, don't try to bring me back. Just let it be.
Yeah, that goes for me too.
If we find a way to kill me, please let me know.
He kind of just nods his head and is like, okay, just let everyone die. I got it.
I mean,
Oh, don't let us die.
don't let us
But don't
die,
bring us
man.
back.
Don't.
Well, sometimes I can't know the difference, okay?
One of them costs diamonds. Don't use that one.
As the guy with the ability to heal, you should know this.
Jesus.
Ah, man. Okay,
As the-
guys.
as
I
the
ne- I
man
need
has
a- I'm
been
gonna write up
recently
a-
brought back to their primary cleric. This is information you need to have now.
I'm writing up a DNR.
Do not resurrect.
Yeah.
If my body's been dead for more than 5 minutes, do not touch me.
I don't even think it's because of that. I think it's because his god is specifically only over death.
What, his fake god?
Hmm. Oh, hey, I met that guy. I didn't tell you, dudes. Like in person.
Oh, so he's not fake.
Yeah, he's real. Real dick.
Oh,
This guy
shit.
gross. He likes to wear faces. Who does that?
Who likes to
Didn't even
eat
look
people?
good. I don't like it.
Okay. I take several steps back. I'm like, we can't go back down there. That shambling mound will beat the shit out of us if we go back down there. And I am pretty sure the druids that are down there will be okay because it was most likely protecting them.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, and I kind of hold up my hand and I call back the sword that Shit Bucket was holding. I call it back into my hand. I think the best way.
Oh, my shiny no sword.
Yeah, that wasn't gonna.
Just like an elf.
I wasn't letting you keep it, man. It was
This
a rent.
is why we don't get along.
Hey, I just didn't
You're a
want.
blacksmith.
You're,
You
Because-
have so many swords.
But that one was a gift.
and you used it well, but now I need it back.
Tell you what. Give me a copper.
I'll give you a copper. Come here, buddy. Fuck it.
He's dead. He doesn't have worldly possessions anymore.
I mean, so long as you don't mention the dwarf eating to anybody.
Oh, they were dicks. Fuck them.
All right. I think the best course of action is getting someone from the tribe to possibly get that shambling mound away from us.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
seems like a good spot to stop today.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I think our next step would be back to trying to find the druid herd, right?
Yep, the good old tribe.
Yeah.
And then try to get one of the higher ranking to negotiate with the Shambling Mound. Continue investigating the Slaver's stronghold.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
Okay.
So those, I don't have to make any more of those rolls to do stuff.
Depending on how complicated the action is, and what's going on, you might. But for the most part, you can pretty much play your character like normal.
Okay.
You're just a little disabled.
Hell, I
No, he
mean,
just has a little bit of some instinct issues.
just
it's fine.
we would just at night we should just not sleep near him at all. Probably tie him up to something.
I'm pretty sure I only eat dead things.
Yeah, I'm not gonna chance that.
That's fair.
Well, he was resurrected by the god of death. It would make sense that it wants to feed on death.
I'm not an it.
Have you tried reproducing yet?
I swear to fucking God. If there ain't no dick down there, I'm done.
You have a child. I had a child.
You won't post,
Yeah,
like,
prior.
reviving.
Oh.
Yeah, pre-resurrection.
Alright.
All the plumbing don't work down there anymore.
I'm surprised no one's asked about his hawk, Toadsworth.
I haven't
Oh, yeah,
seen him
it's been-
lately.
Well, he's in that packet dimension until I call him out. So I guess. I probably wouldn't call him out. Well, if I die, I'm pretty sure he died. So
You should look into
I'd
it.
have to resummon him with Find Familiar again. What were you saying?
You should look into that.
Sure.
Now I'm worried.
Oh, sad wizard.
All right. Well,
By the way, that red bloody palm imprint, it's still on your face.
yeah, I figured. I got a lot of red stuff on my face now.
Mhm.
So we'll see if I can bathe it off.
Okay. I guess next time we'll see what happens. Will Nim come too?
Oh, we should talk about that. I feel like as a group, since we're all here. You said you might trim it down or something, or cut him out.
No, I don't know what's going on with Jake.
Okay.